election. J.J. Abbott with Commonwealth Communications says some groups are urging voters to reject the justices and call for term limits.
The Pennsylvania Bar Association, for instance, is recommending to keep the court as it is now and to vote yes on all of the 3 Supreme Court justices, which will really just kind of keep continuity moving forward when it comes to some issues.
Advocates say the choice is between stability or costly high-stakes races in 2027, with voters casting a simple yes or no vote in the retention race.
It's time for WPIAL High School Football Playoff action here on WMBS, the Triple F High School Sports Network and YouTube Live, being brought to you tonight by Novacare Rehabilitation, the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, Sandy Howe Notary Services, M&R Transit, the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes, the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, Cherokee Recycling, PA State Representative Ryan Warner, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital, the C. Harper Auto Group, All Around Fence Company, Ted Sova and Son Body and Fender Repair, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Marcon Building Supplies, Potter's Bar and Grill, Perry Drug, Matt Lancaster for Fayette County Treasurer, Windows, Doors and More, Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians, Fulham's Full Service, Uniontown Detailing, Watson Mundorf LLP, Zen's Construction Warehouse, Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning, Port of Uniontown, Reese Warehouse, State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta, Clayton Homes, 2G Brothers Pizza, Stewart Collision, Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studio, Movement Physiotherapy, the T-Berry Law Offices and Attorney Vincent T-Berry, Chips Residential Services, Mauser's Tire Center, Casey's Sports Cafe, Farmana Pharmacy, SWGI, now U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Gene and Boots Candy, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet, James Santilli for Fayette County Recorder of Deeds, Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service, Attorney Lisa J. Boudet, Montgomery Medical, and by Napa Auto Parts. Now stay tuned for the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS, the Triple M High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
From California High School, it's time for WPIAL High School Football Playoff action as the 6th-seeded California Trojans, 9-1 overall, host the 11th-seeded Frazier Commodores, who sit at 6-4. Tony Batalini in his first year as the head coach of the Commodores. Ed Woods in his 7th year as the head coach of the California Trojans. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanula tonight. Carl Childs behind the camera on our YouTube Live video feed. And Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Our pregame show is always being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Our live video tonight, courtesy of PA State Representative Ryan Warner, Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, Attorney Lisa J. Boudet, Gene and Boots, Sandy Howe Notary Services, Windows, Doors and More, Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet, Matt Lancaster for Fayette County Treasurer, Napa Auto Parts, and Perry Drug. And Tony, this is the 35th all-time meeting between Frazier and California. The series has been tight with the Trojans holding an 18-16 lead, and of course these are old-time Tri-County South rivals as well, but the last time they played in the same conference back in 2015.
Yeah, kind of unusual, too. You know, when you see them here in the playoffs, obviously two teams rather local for each other and haven't seen each other for quite a while. So it's kind of interesting that they don't play each other every year. But looking forward to a good one here tonight, Brian.
Yeah, they did play in Week 0 games back in the 2022-2023 season. California dominated those two games, winning by a combined score of 102-13. The last time they were in the same conference. The other way around, Frazier dominated California, winning those two games by a combined score of 84-12. And you look at California, it's certainly been a solid playoff program the last couple of years. In fact, they've had 2 first-round playoff wins in a row last year, pulling an upset up in Lawrence County over Laurel. 2 years ago, we were here and they knocked off Jeanette at home. And, of course, Clairton knocked California out of the playoffs last year up at Charleroi.
Right, their 10th straight playoff appearance and 18 out of the last 23 years for them to be in the playoffs. So they're accustomed to it, and a little bit different here for Frazier, have not been in the playoffs for a while. So you're looking at somebody who's a little bit of experience and against pretty much a new front runner here in Frazier and their first-year coach.
Yeah, first time Frazier's in the playoffs since 2017. Last time they won a playoff game back in 2015. Tony Batalini, a Frazier grad, and the Commodores' first-year head coach really has let us spark. He served as an assistant last year to Bill Chirpak up at Thomas Jefferson. In fact, he was the offensive coordinator, has also served as an assistant coach under Matt Humbert at Bell Vernon and also Mike Stieber at Frazier, so he's been around the block.
He's been around the block, but he's also been involved with some pretty successful programs, so that's a good thing too. And coming in here, he's actually kind of turned the tide as well for Frazier, and they've had a really good year, 6-4 overall, and after a 2-8 season last year. So good turnaround for him, and like I said, showing signs of actually turning into a pretty nice program.
And they've run the ball this year as well, very well, with Derek Diamond, who has 1,657 rushing yards and 16 total touchdowns for the Commodores. But their quarterback Brady Seacrest has had a nice year as well, 80 of 152 for 1,128 yards, 13 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions.
Well, that's the big number, only 2 interceptions. And when you look at Diamond, he's got over four 200-plus games throughout the year, averaging 6.7 yards a carry, and he's a workhorse. I mean, he's 246 carries throughout the year. I mean, that's a lot of carries for a 10-game season. So I expect to see a lot from him, and we mentioned it earlier, if the wind kicks up here, it's going to be pretty tough for the passing game because it's been pretty breezy. So, although I think that we're going to see a lot of running for both Cal and for Frazier.
It seems like every year California has a big back. In fact, one of them just stopped in our press box booth about 5 minutes ago. Damani Stafford just had a birthday this past week. Happy birthday to Damani. Well, this year it's Malachi Peak, who has 1,490 rushing yards on the season and 20 rushing scores for California.
Right, and the same type of build as well as the Stafford boys over the years. And he's had a fantastic season as well. And last week, 283 yards and 4 touchdowns against Jefferson Morgan in a game that actually was pretty close at half, 14-12. California trailed, but shut out Jefferson Morgan 24-0 in the second half to pick up the conference win.
Winner will take on either Greensburg Central Catholic or Bishop Canevin next week in the quarterfinals. For California, their 27th overall WPIAL playoff appearance. They have an all-time record of 9-26. We mentioned for Frazier that playoff appearances have been few and far between. The last time the Commodores won a playoff game, in fact, they won 2 back in 2015, knocking off Southside Beaver and Shenango before losing to Clareton. Prior to that, they had not won a playoff game going back to 1983, but certainly Tony Batalini, I think, has this Frazier program going in the right direction.
Well, and he does have it going in the right direction. And the thing of it is, too, you look at it, and he's experienced in the playoffs, as you mentioned, with Matt Humbert, Bill Chirpak. So he knows what to expect and knows how to get this team ready. And
we'll talk to Tony Batalini right after this when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues. Our broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner here on WMBS and on the WMBS YouTube page.
Attention Fayette County residents. Fayette County deserves a treasurer who is ready for the future. Matthew Lancaster, candidate for Fayette County Treasurer, is a software developer who will bring innovation and efficiency to county government. As treasurer, Matthew Lancaster will work to make the office simple and stress-free when making payments, filing, and finding information. On Tuesday, November 4th, vote for Matthew Lancaster for Fayette County Treasurer, and let's move Fayette forward.
Paid for by the Friends of Matthew Lancaster.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
For 84 years, Perry Drug Store has been family-owned and proud to serve the Perryopolis area. Recently voted one of the best in Fayette County, they're your trusted hometown pharmacy, offering expert prescription service, home health care, beauty, and over-the-counter needs. And they accept all insurances. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. Perry Drug Store puts your health first. Flu shots, vaccines, and all boosters available. Call 724-736-4422 or stop by on Independence Street in Perryopolis. Perry Drug Store, wishing the Frazier Commodores the best of luck in the playoffs. State State Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trips to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and spirit truly reflects the best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Brian Morozak back here on the Browns Insurance Group pregame show. High school football playoff action on WMBS tonight, presented by State Representative Ryan Warner. The Frazier Commodores of California taking on the Trojans, being joined by the head coach of the Commodores, Tony Batalini. And Tony, certainly has to be an exciting time for your program back in the WPIAL playoffs for the first time since 2017.
Yeah, man, it's been, just to see the growth of our team from week 0. We put ourselves in a hole in that Summit Academy game, and then we come out against Mapletown and we lose in heartbreaking fashion on the very last play of the game. And just being able to see them grow. And I mean, when we came into it, we knew we had some talented kids, but we also knew there was going to be, we had to learn a lot before it was too late, before the time ran out. And you can kind of see us putting the pieces together in the last few weeks, especially, with all the things that we've been trying to teach, and there's been a lot of growth. And, with that, we've had some success here lately.
Yeah, to get started with that win over Brentwood, you faced a tough Leechburg team, and you reeled together 3 straight wins to end the season against Riverview, Greensburg Central Catholic, which I think opened up the eyes of a lot of folks, considering the fact they knocked off Leechburg and Springdale to end the season.
Yeah, I think that GCC game was kind of like our, we finally turned the corner. We made plays that winning teams make. We were able to get a couple stops, especially, that huge stop on the 2-point conversion when they went to tie it up. That's a play that we probably don't make early on in the year. Actually, you look at the Mapletown game, we didn't make that play early in the year. And then you look at that GCC game, we made those plays. We converted huge 4th downs against GCC, and put ourselves in a situation to win that game.
And certainly Derek Diamond's had a great season for you this year, but you've shown a lot of balance as well.
Yeah, we go into every game kind of letting the defense dictate, who we're going to be and what we're going to do. It's great to have a guy like Derek, and, obviously, we'll ride him if we can. He's had 40 carries almost in 2 separate games. But, if teams are going to load the box and put, 8 guys in the box, we do have some guys outside that we can use. Look at what Brady's been able to do. He's had, I think he's had like 1,200 yards, and he's been really good at taking care of the ball with 13 touchdowns. And then Chase, I think, is top 5 in the WPIAL in receptions. And then we've had some guys come on late, like Lincoln Dye. I think he has like 3 or 4 touchdowns in the last 2 games, and he's a guy that's just getting healthy, so he's a pretty good weapon to have, too.
Talk about the growth this Frazier program has experienced this year.
Right, and it was like, when we came in January, we kind of knew what we had ahead of us, and it was going to take a lot of buy-in, and these kids, they did exactly that. You know, from the day that we showed up, and we had the first sign-ups, and then we hit the weight room, and we just kind of hit the ground running. Like, there's juniors and seniors, I mean, that haven't missed a day since January. You know, they've come to every single thing that we've asked them to do, and I mean, and there's been times where, you know, I tell them all the time, it's not just what you do with us. Like, you guys should be doing things on your own and out and about and just kind of practicing with each other. And there be times where I drive past the field and there's a couple guys down there working on their own in the summer. And I mean, the buy-in has definitely been what has gotten us to this point.
How fun is this first-round playoff matchup with California? Of course, Frazier, a longtime member of the Tri-County South from back in the day. He played in the Eastern Conference the last few years, but certainly brings back a lot of memories, very close travel, and I think for a lot of folks in this Fay West area, a fun first-round playoff game.
Right, you know, I told these guys the other day, I mean, this is one of the only shows in town right now. You know, there's going to be a lot of people at this game. You know, there's a lot of interest from surrounding communities, and then especially, you know, just like you said, with the history between the two. I mean, we're neighboring districts, and there's a lot of familiarity there between the two teams for sure. And I mean, I think it's just going to be a great time for, you know, everyone involved on Friday.
And you look at their program, they've won playoff games the last 2 years. They've been to the playoffs in 10 straight seasons. They've certainly been able to build up a lot of history, especially under Ed Woods the last few years.
Right, you know, Ed is a great coach. You know, he's been a great coach for a long time, and you know, anytime you play against a team coached by him, you know, I've coached against him when he was at Best Center, and I was here at Frazier with Stieber, you know, in the early 2010s, and you know, I mean, you know what you're going to get. You get a team that's physical, that runs the ball, they play defense well. I mean, it's going to be a test for our kids, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they have a big hog every year, and this year it's Malachi, and he close to 1,500 yards rushing.
Yeah, I mean, you look at him, and there's a lot of similarities between him and Derek with what we have. You know, they're both big guys, and they carry people downfield, and he breaks a ton of tackles. And I mean, we're going to have to get bodies on him. It's very hard to tackle that kid one-on-one, you know, just with his brute strength, and he's got some speed too that would surprise you.
Coach, appreciate your time. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing your Commodores in action against California on Friday night.
All right, man, thanks. I appreciate it.
That's Tony Batalini, the head coach of the Frazier Commodores. We'll talk to Ed Woods, the head coach of the California Trojans, when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this. Our broadcast tonight presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
Amidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amidar Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amidar Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Hey, love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Perryopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture. I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild 2 years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Savings is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with an Education Club saving account at First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your future dreams will start adding up. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today. For more information on account rules and scholarship eligibility, visit ffgc.bank. Best wishes to our local teams from First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. NMLS number 458729, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Looking to upgrade your home with new windows or doors? Windows, Doors, and More, 2084 Morgantown Road. Voted best in Fayette to buy windows, has you covered. Family owned and operated for over 27 years, Windows, Doors, and More has the knowledge, 75 years combined experience, and over 1,000 windows and 150 doors in stock. They have what you need for your mobile, modular, or residential home. Need something unique? They'll special order windows and doors any way you like. For more information, call 724-430-7470. Windows, Doors, and More.
This is Dr. Frazier Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish our local football teams and fans the very best in 2025 and remind you that our board-certified gastroenterologists are always here to help you and your family with a wide variety of GI health issues. Lastly, please consider a screening colonoscopy. It's a 30-minute painless test that could save your life.
Busy day? Feeling unwell? Don't feel like driving, but need your prescriptions? No worries. Farmana Pharmacy delivers to your home or workplace for free. Stay comfy at home or focused at work. Farmana Pharmacy delivers Monday through Friday, so you don't have to worry about picking up your prescriptions. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Phone 724-626-9600 or visit farmanapharmacy.com. Farmana Pharmacy, prescription care and convenience delivered. Brian Morozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show with California head coach Ed Woods. The Trojans hosting the Frazier Commodores high school football playoff action on WMBS. Our broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner. And Ed, really have to be happy with the season so far this year. 9-1 in the regular season. Perfect out of the Tri-County South as you get ready for this first-round playoff game with Frazier.
You know, I feel if the kids, we felt coming into this season that we had a good group of kids. And, we saw that early in actually last year. And, the kids got in the weight room in January and they were coming together pretty good as a group. And you can see once we got, through the summer and got into camp there in August that, the kids were starting to really come together as a team. And, we liked what we saw.
Well, you've certainly been able to shake off that old stigma that teams from the Tri-County South can't win playoff games. You've won postseason games now in back-to-back years, and you've qualified for the playoffs in 10 straight seasons.
Well, that speaks a lot. That speaks a lot about, the type of players that we have and the coaches that we have. The kids have continued to work hard, and they build off of that. And, they have that winning tradition now in California.
And it seems like year in and year out, you have a power back that really amasses great touchdown and rushing totals, and that's certainly not any different this year with Malachi P.
Well, Malachi is definitely a different style runner than what, Lee Kwok was last year. But, I give a lot of credit, to not only the kids, but also the coaches for being able to, put those kids in those, in those situations and, for them to have the success that they have. We change what we do every year depending on the personnel that we have.
And you've had success throwing the football when you've had to this year as well.
We have. Logan has done a great job, this year at quarterback. I know we don't throw the ball as much as he would like, but that's just really not our brand of football. But when he gets that opportunity, he does a nice job.
And certainly a fun matchup here in the first round of the playoffs, taking on Frazier. Frazier actually a former member of the Tri-County South, and certainly a lot of history between the two schools over the years.
Oh, there is. And, Frazier has always been a competitive football team. And, I've had, really good relationships with the staffs over the year there, over the years at Frazier. And, that's continuing this year. I know a couple of the guys on the staff. And, it's going to be a fun game Friday night.
And this is a program, too, that's really built themselves back up because they really hit some dry spells there over the last 4 to 5 years, especially after Mike Stieber left.
They have, and these guys are doing a great job, right out of the gate. And you can see, I can see on film from, the first scrimmage against Best Center to where they're at now. They've really improved as a team.
That's Ed Woods, the head coach of the California Trojans. California hosting Frazier. High school football playoff action here on WMBS. Our broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner. We'll talk to Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz right after this.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Braggs a call today, 724-439-3228, for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Are you ready to indulge in the best pizza around? Are you looking for a lunch or dinner spot with all your favorite Italian classics coupled with mouth-watering daily specials? Then it's time to visit 2G Brothers Pizza, located at 123 Matthew Drive in Uniontown. Specials and customer favorites include Thursday's Sicilian-style pizza and Saturday's chicken parmesan. Call 724-439-5600 today and let 2G Brothers handle the rest. Your taste buds will be glad you did.
Go to Fort Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President Award-winning Fort Uniontown. Dom, let's tell these people about the spectacular offers that'll have you trembling into a new Ford.
Hey, John, listen to these spine-tingling deals that are taking up to $6,000 off MSRP 2025 F-150 XL and XLT models and rates that are straight scary. How about 2.9 for 60 months, 3.9 for 72, and only 4.9 for 84? And listen, you get the savings and the rates. And that's not just a bunch of hocus pocus.
So creep on in and join us with the Pumpkin King knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's, or check us out at 40uniontown.com. Offers include all applicable incentives, must finance with Ford Motor Credit, not all buyers will qualify.
Go to Fort Uniontown and trade me in.
Sale ends October 31st.
When you need help with a legal matter, call the law office of Lisa J. Boudet. With over 30 years' experience, Attorney Boudet specializes in helping people just like you in matters of personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, as well as deeds, wills, estates, and power of attorney with a free initial consultation. For more information, call 724-938-1355 or visit BoudetLaw.com. Attorney Lisa J. Boudet with an office at 304 3rd Street in California, helping people just like you.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for voting us to Fayette 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4HRT, or visit WVUmedicine.org/heart.
Mauser's Tire Center has been serving the region for more than 50 years, offering new, used, and recap tires, as well as tire repair. Mauser's is located on Route 40 West at Seawrights Crossroads. Need new tires? Call Mauser's today at 724-245-2410 and let them get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, your trusted source for new and used tires for more than 5 decades. Wishing all area high school football teams a successful and healthy 2025 season.
Hey, everybody. Friday night under the lights are back. High school football is more than a game. It's about community, teamwork, and pride. Just like our local heroes who serve our nation. Fayette County Recorder of Deeds is proud to honor our veterans with the Veteran ID program. By recording your DD-214, veterans can receive a secure photo ID and access discounts at participating local businesses. Support our student athletes. Support our veterans. Together we build a stronger Fayette County.
WPIAL high school football playoff action here on WMBS and on the WMBS YouTube page. The Frazier Commodores of California taking on the Trojans, being joined now by Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. And Ian, you kind of hinted at this possible matchup last week during our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, and here we are, the first round of the WPIAL playoffs. Frazier at California, you hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah, this is a really exciting matchup for both schools and for just the communities down there. Relatively easy travel between the two. I think the WPIAL as a whole did a really nice job, especially in the 1A playoff, of trying to match up schools, at the top and bottom of the brackets that didn't have very far distances to travel. You've got a matchup of California against Frazier here, and these two are old Tri-County South rivals too. Even thinking back in the days that before 6 classifications, and they both played in the TCS and went back and forth for a couple conference titles and things like that. So these schools have a pretty long history together. So this is going to be a nice matchup of two teams that really like to run the ball, and it's going to be ground and pound. Both teams can get it done in the trenches. So I'm excited to see how this one plays out.
And what a turnaround's been for this Frazier program. They've really struggled in the last couple of seasons, especially after Mike Stieber left. Even earlier this year, they lost their second game of the year against Mapletown, a team that has won only one game this season. They've clawed their way back and now are getting set for a first-round playoff matchup with California.
Yeah, this is a really nice turnaround for Frazier, who had really kind of languished at the bottom of their conference over the last 4 years. The last 4 years combined, they won 4 total games. They were winless in 21, went 1-9 in 22 and 23, and then 2-8 last year. So a big turnaround for a Frazier program, showing incredible resilience among this group, especially to not get down that week 1 game. You mentioned against Mapletown. They blew a big lead in that game. Mapletown stormed back. I think they scored 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns to beat Frazier. And Frazier could have just kind of folded up and hung their heads, but they really buckled down and, went out and won some big games against some good competition in the middle of that Eastern Conference. They beat Riverview. They beat Brentwood, who was a playoff team last year. They beat Greensburg Central Catholic, who just went out and knocked off Leechburg last week, and probably the upset of the week. So there's been some really good football played by Frazier, and Derek Diamond's been running the ball all over the place. And, credit to the players and their coaching staff for, not just folding whenever things got hard. And they also have a pretty good quarterback in Brady Seacrest, who's thrown for over 1,100 yards. So they have the ability to, be multiple and do some different things, but really their offense runs through Derek Diamond, who's put up over 1,600 yards and 16 touchdowns.
Well, more with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz right after this.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Mark-On Building Supply has provided the tri-state area with ready-mix concrete and building supplies for decades. Family-owned and operated and built on a foundation of trust, integrity, and exceptional quality, Mark-On is your local leader for ready-mix concrete, precast, lumber, tools, electrical, plumbing, lawn care, and general building supply needs. Visit the store in Markleysburg or call Mark-On today at 724-329-5542. Mark-On Building Supply, your one-stop shop for all your home building and construction needs.
I'm attorney Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. If you were injured in an accident, don't know where to turn, and want to know what your rights are, we'd be happy to meet with you. We're local and have helped hundreds of people here in Fayette County recover in accident cases. Most importantly, we pride ourselves on being able to locate coverage or find claims that other attorneys may have missed. Call us about your case at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorney.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
Hi, come on in. How are you feeling?
when you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
Serving number 3,944.
Brian Rozek back with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. High school football playoff action on WMBS tonight. Frazier at California. And Ian, you look at this Frazier program. They haven't won a playoff game since 2015. Haven't been to the WPIAL playoffs since 2017. But I think they're more than just happy to be here. They think they can give California a pretty good game tonight.
They do, and Frazier is battle-tested from all those tough games that they played throughout their Eastern Conference schedule, that they've won a lot of close games this season, which I think definitely helps when you get into the playoffs, that you know what to do in crunch time to get those victories. That win against Brentwood was a 7-point win. Their win against Greensburg Central Catholic was by 2 points. Even going back to week 0, they beat Summit Academy 43-40. So they've been in a lot of close games this year and have been able to pull them out. Granted, they lost that one to Mapletown 22-21 in week 1. But this is a team that is battle-tested and has proven they can make those winning plays in those key moments, whereas for California, they played some close games early in the year. They beat California by 4. They lost by a touchdown to Waynesburg and beat Bentworth, who came in second in the conference by just 1 point, 8-7, thanks to a 2-point conversion late in the game on that one. But the rest of the year, they've pretty much cruised through their schedule. They got a little bit of a challenge in the first half from Jefferson Morgan last week, but really just turned it on and cruised to victory in the second half. So last week was really Cal's first challenge that they had since the middle of September when they played Bentworth. They had just dominated the rest of the Tri-County South. So I do think that this Frazier team having to play these tough battles week after week is going to prepare them well for a playoff matchup against a very good California team. I'm not trying to sell California short. I mean, they've got a great running back in Malachi Peak and a number of other really good players. Their offensive line is always strong. And I think it's also worth noting with California that they're the only program in the Tri-County South that has made the playoffs every year of the last decade. So we've talked about the Tri-County South before, where you get these programs that, you know, have a good player or two or have a really good class of players come through and rise up and then sink back down. You know, it was West Green for a little while, it was Mapletown, and now it was kind of Bentworth this year and Jefferson Morgan last year. But California's been the one consistent program in the Tri-County South throughout the last decade. And I think that speaks really well to what the coaching staff has done and the culture that they've built there.
I think California has also shown the ability to win playoff games as well as they did last year, knocking off Laurel in the first round before losing in the WPIAL quarterfinals.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a team that now that they have that program consistency, you know, they know how to not only win in the Tri-County South, but they're able to go out and win playoff games, which isn't something that the Tri-County South has really excelled at much over the years. So California's been able to do it not just last year, but they won a first-round game in 2023 as well. So they've got, you know, 2 quarterfinal appearances in a row. They've made the quarterfinals 4 other times in the last decade, made that run to the semifinals way back in 2017 when they had that outstanding team that went undefeated. And a couple other TCS teams have won playoff games here and there, but they haven't been, you know, as consistently competitive as California. So, you know, California is the big horse in the room in the Tri-County South, and they've got an opportunity here where, you know, a game against Frazier, you know, a winnable game for California. I think Frazier will give them a game, but I think that California is probably the favorites coming in. And then against the Bishop Canevin team that's lost a few games this year, most likely in the second round, unless Greensburg Central Catholic pulls an upset on Canevin. But California also, you know, went out and beat Cornell earlier this year. So they've shown this year even they can go get wins outside the Tri-County South.
Yeah, you mentioned Bishop Canevin taking out Greensburg Central Catholic tonight at Dormont High School. The other Tri-County South teams in action, Bentworth, they actually got a home game. They're hosting Jeanette tonight. And Jefferson Morgan, who had that halftime lead against California, evaporated away in the second half. They have a long road trip up to Lawrence County tonight, taking on Laurel.
Yeah, that's probably the most unfortunate first-round matchup, Jefferson Morgan having to travel all the way up to Laurel. A lot of the other matchups in 1A, Fort Cherry against Avella, those 2 school districts are pretty close to each other. Out in Washington County, you've got even Southside Beaver against Chartiers Houston. Those aren't that far apart. Clareton and Monessen right up the Mon River from each other. The Bentworth-Jeanette game, that's a really bad draw for Bentworth. Bentworth has the WPIAL's leading rusher in Ben Hayes. He's also scored, I think, 35 touchdowns this year, which is the most of any player in the WPIAL. But Jeanette just has some really good athletic talent with a dual-threat quarterback in Kimon Brown and a wide receiver in Jace Powell who can make catches all over the field and is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. So I think Bentworth, they got the number 7 seed, but got a pretty bad draw against a good Jeanette team that went to the semifinals last year. So I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Jeanette in that one, although I've really enjoyed following Bentworth's season all year, and they've played some good, tough, competitive games. They almost pulled off that upset of Cal back in week 3, and, we're right in there for the conference title potentially. If Jefferson Morgan had been able to hold on against California in the second half, Bentworth actually would have been the top-seeded team out of the conference. For Jefferson Morgan taking on Laurel, Laurel actually traditionally is a run-heavy squad, but they actually have a quarterback this year who broke their school record for passing yards, so they've been able to be a little bit more multiple this year, and their only loss this year came against Bishop Canevin, which was why Laurel, as conference champs, got dropped down to the 4 seed, and Canevin got the 3 seed. So Laurel's a very good program. They just pulled off a 14-7 win over Neshannock last week, their Lawrence County rivals, to clinch the Big 7 conference title. Should be a good matchup because Jefferson Morgan has some talented players, but I think at the end of the day, Laurel has one of the best defenses, only allowing about 8 points a game. So that's going to be a tough sledding for Jefferson Morgan, not only having to make the long road trip up to Laurel, but then going against that defense.
Now remember, California won up there last year.
Yeah, they did. That is true. And that was a game, I think, where California was able to just dominate it on the ground with their big guys in the trenches and their running backs. So that is something when you get into the playoffs, offensive line play matters. It's hard to find stats on it. It's hard to kind of, isolate and figure out who's got the best lines. But those teams that have those big offensive lines are ones that can definitely make noise in the postseason. That's basically what carried South Park to the 2A championship last year, was the play of their offensive line.
We'll be back with more with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz right after this. Brian Rozek back with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. High school football playoff action on WMBS tonight.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SprowellsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Since 1930, Gene and Boots Candies has been a Western Pennsylvania tradition. Enjoy hand-dipped chocolates made from the finest ingredients, fresh roasted nuts, and our delicious homemade ice cream. Visit GeneandBoots.com or find them on Facebook to explore their full selection. And remember, they ship gift orders anywhere. Open daily till 9 p.m. You'll find them on Route 51 in Perryopolis, Charleroi, and Greensburg. Gene and Boots Candies, a local favorite that's always a treat. Literally. Good luck, Commodores, from your friends at Gene and Boots.
Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Fayette Auto in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Bell Vernon and Monongahela carry premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock when you visit a Napa Auto Part location. Over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings. In Brownsville, phone 724-785-3800. Bell Vernon, dial 724-929-5522. Monongahela, dial 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, dial 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
Any day is a good day to shop at Reese Warehouse, where you will find your favorite brands of furniture, bedding, and appliances at great prices every day. Plus great service, such as delivery and setup in your home, and no-interest financing available for qualified buyers. Shop Monday through Friday, 9 until 6, and Saturday, 9 till 5. Reese Warehouse, the Superstore, Gans Woodbridge Road in Smithfield. And Reese Warehouse thanks you for choosing them as the 2024 Best in Fayette Appliance and Mattress Store.
Hey, y'all, this is John Murray of the Hillbilly, your Fayette County Recorder of Deeds. I just want to wish the Frazier Commodores the best of luck this Friday night as they take on California in the playoffs. You've worked hard all season, and now it's time to finish strong. Just like you, I believe in teamwork, accountability, and giving it all for Fayette County. Let's go, Frazier. Bring home that win, and let's keep fighting for a stronger, more responsible county government.
Paid for by John Marietta for We the People.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your Best in Fayette Gold Medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you. Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Prime Rozek back with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. And Ian, we talked a lot about single A, including this Frazier, California game. Now let's take a look at the other 5 classifications in the WPIAL as they get ready for playoff action starting tonight.
Sure, and I'll just talk about 6A real quick. I think the big storyline when that class gets started next week is that 2-3 game between North Allegheny and Norwin. North Allegheny lost to Pine Richland 67-0 2 weeks ago, which is one of the biggest losses in their school history, and then lost to their rival Seneca Valley this past week, who was a bottom feeder team in 6A. So North Allegheny kind of reeling now going into the playoffs with 2 straight losses, and Norwin, who's never made a championship game in their history, who only lost to NA by 3 earlier this year, having an opportunity now potentially seeing some blood in the water to say, hey, this is an NA team that's reeling. If we can pull off one victory over them, we can get to the championship game for the first time ever. So a nice storyline there for Norwin, too, that we'll keep an eye on next week. In 5A, I think one of the biggest surprises there was who got into the playoff field. Armstrong getting the last playoff spot there over South Fayette. That I think a lot of people thought South Fayette was going to get that last playoff spot, but the committee gave it to Armstrong. I looked at their schedule side by side. Personally, I'm not really sure why the committee gave it to Armstrong, but they decided to. I think one of the best storyline games of the week is the 8-9 matchup between Shaler and Kiski. Shaler's making their first playoff appearance since 2019. They haven't won a playoff game since 2009. And then you have a Kiski team who has the second longest playoff victory drought in the WPIAL. They haven't won a playoff game since 1990. So it's been 35 years since Kiski won a playoff game. And so one of those teams is going to get a first-round playoff victory. I think the teams from the Allegheny 6 Conference probably cruise through the other 3 first-round games in 5A, but that's one I have my eye on just because of the potential storylines that could come out of it. In 4A, only 8 teams make the playoffs, so the seeding in the field was really tight. The committee decided on Chartiers Valley and Aliquippa for the 2 wildcard spots, which I think was a good decision over West Allegheny because both of those teams beat West A head-to-head. So you've got McKeesport at the top seed, and now with Keymon Spellback, they definitely look like the best team in the classification and the team to beat. The biggest first-round game there is Thomas Jefferson taking on Mars in the 4-5 matchup. I kind of felt like if either of those teams had been seated on the bottom half of the bracket away from McKeesport, I really would have liked their chances to get to the championship game. But this is just a fantastic coaching matchup where you've got Bill Cherpak at Thomas Jefferson, who has won 10 WPIAL titles, 5 state titles, and then you've got Coach Casper at Mars now, who has won 4 WPIAL titles and 2 state titles at his previous stop at Pine Richland. So a great coaching matchup here. 14 WPIAL titles, 7 state titles between them. TJ and Aliquippa both in the playoffs for the 31st straight year, which is the longest active streak in the WPIAL. And then you've got a conference rematch on the bottom half of the bracket between Newcastle and Montour, which was a little bit of a surprise, but the way the committee worked things out. Trinity, the Big Six conference champions, really turned their season around after a rough start in non-conference play. They got the number 2 seed, so we'll see if how the Hillers are able to do now that they're into the postseason. In 3A, Southmoreland got seeded a little bit lower than maybe expected by the committee. They got the number 7 seed overall, even though they had a 9-1 overall record. Their only loss coming to Elizabeth Forward, and they got a really bad first-round draw against Hopewell. It's a really explosive Hopewell team that's got a lot of young talent at quarterback and running back, and Southmoreland with Dustin Schoaf, their head coach, looking for their first playoff victory in school history, but they're going to have a really tough time against an explosive Hopewell team. So that's the game I've got my eye on in 3A, just because of all the storylines going in there. And for Hopewell, a great season under Coach Motts, their first playoff appearance since 2012, which snapped the longest playoff drought in the WPIAL right now. And then in 2A, only the top 3 teams got byes there, so a lot of first-round matchups happening. I think Apollo Ridge against Riverside is probably the best of the first-round matchups, but there, I think the really intriguing stuff in the 2A bracket is going to be some of the second-round matchups where you could potentially have South Allegheny taking on Washington, a South A team that lost their first game of the year in Week 9 against Steel Valley when they could have clinched their first outright conference title since 1986. But a South Allegheny-Washington second-round game would just be an outstanding matchup if those two are able to get past Waynesburg and Beaver Falls in the first round. So a lot of things to watch here in the first round of the WPIAL playoffs, and things are definitely going to be heating up as they go on. I do want to say in 1A, too, that the 8-9 game between Leechburg and Neshannock should be a pretty good one. 2 teams that like to run the ball, have some pretty good line play for both of those schools. And then that Bentworth-Jeanette game, you never know. Bentworth might be able to go out there and pull it off against Jeanette if they're able to control things in the trenches. And Greensburg Central Catholic against Canavan, GCC just pulled that upset over Leechburg, and one of the things that they did was their star D1 recruit, Samir Crosby, they moved him from wide receiver back to quarterback. He had played quarterback last season, and then they moved him out to receiver this year because that was pretty much where his future is going to be at the next level. And, they were pretty much in a game this past week against Leechburg where they had to win it to have a shot at the wild card. They moved Crosby back to quarterback. He put up 176 passing yards and 3 touchdowns and 150 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. So they basically, I think they're probably going to keep Crosby at quarterback in the playoffs and just say, hey, you're our best player. We're going to put the ball in your hands every play, and we'll see what can happen.
We'll wrap things up with Amy McMeans from Steel City Blitz right after this.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Looking to upgrade your home with new windows or doors? Windows, Doors, and More, 2084 Morgantown Road. Voted best in Fayette to buy windows has you covered. Family owned and operated for over 27 years, Windows, Doors, and More has the knowledge, 75 years combined experience, and over 1,000 windows and 150 doors in stock. They have what you need for your mobile, modular, or residential home. Need something unique? They'll special order windows and doors any way you like. For more information, call 724-430-7470. Windows, Doors, and More.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
State Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trip to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and spirit truly reflects the best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company. Conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for Nutrena products and also carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies. So if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers you need. Visit them Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m., Saturdays from 9 to 1, or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Brian Morozak back wrapping things up with Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. And Ian, we'll have playoff football on WMBS next week as well, with the winner of this Frazier, California game taking on either Bishop Canavan or Greensburg Central Catholic. Even if it's just on the radio, we will have coverage. And I know you wanted to give another shout-out as well before we wrap things up tonight.
We have, one last WPIAL shout-out. Albert Gallatin did complete their undefeated season for the first time in school history, knocking off Weir, West Virginia last week as well. So congratulations to the Colonials and Coach Dindal and everyone down there. We'll see if, what decisions they make when WPIAL realignment stuff comes out, if they decide to come back into the WPIAL or stay independent. I was looking at it. I think they'd probably be around a 4A size program, maybe 5A, depending on where the enrollment cutoffs are. So I think if they get slotted in 4A, potentially with Laurel Highlands, that might be a good opportunity for them to consider coming back to the WPIAL, but we'll see where it goes. As far as Steel City Blitz stuff, we're all kind of reeling again after the defense has put up an awful performance on Sunday night against the Packers. It's just bad. The Steelers' defense is horrible. This is one of the worst defenses I can remember ever seeing. But you can check out our coverage on SteelCityBlitz.com. Also check out our Steel City Blitz podcast, which airs live Thursday nights on YouTube at 10 o'clock, or check it out anytime on any podcasting platform. You can check out my WPIAL Blitz show that's only on YouTube. We air that Monday nights at 9:30, but we did a full rundown of all the teams in the playoffs this week, as well as covering some big Week 9 results in our statewide power rankings that we developed. And also you can check out my WPIAL playoff preview articles on SteelCityBlitz.com. I've got breakdowns of all 5 of the classifications, all of the games that are happening this week. So, check that all out, SteelCityBlitz.com. You can follow me on Twitter at WPIAL_Blitz. And thanks a lot for having me. I really appreciate the time.
Ian, appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you next Friday night.
Sounds great. Have a good one.
That's Ian McMeans from Steel City Blitz. Stay tuned. The starting lineups and the opening kickoff on the way next. Frazier to California, high school football playoff action here on WMBS and on the WMBS YouTube page. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for borrowing us at the Fayette 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall. The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Hope to see you soon.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amador Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Full house on hand at California High School tonight for WPIAL first round high school football playoff action. The California Trojans and the Frazier Commodores. Brian Morozak alongside Tony Hanoa with Carl Childs behind the camera and our YouTube live video feed. And Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios as the California Trojans take the field. California, the home maroons, white numbers, and gold trim. And the Trojans fired up, looking for a third straight playoff win in the first round here tonight against their longtime Tri-County South rivals from back in the day, the Frazier Commodores. Frazier did win the opening coin toss. They have deferred, so California will get the football first to start this game. And Tony, is your starting lineups. They're being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name, but the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities, and wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams. Tony?
All right, Brian, thank you much. And with that in mind, since California will be receiving the ball, we'll go with their offensive setup first and Frazier's defense. So for the California Trojans, who come in as the number 6 seed, their starting lineup on the offensive line will be left tackle will be Noah Lehue. The left guard will be Colton Loudon. The center will be Austin Zemba. The right guard will be Kyle Marshall. And the right tackle will be Jace Morton. The wide receivers tonight will be Elijah Carpenter and Aiden Keys, as well as Chase Shemansky. Tailback will be Malachi Peak, and fullback will be Landon Abercrombie. And getting the start at quarterback tonight will be Logan Hartley. Defensively for the Frazier Commodores, who come as the number 11 seed, their defensive ends on the left side will be Ethan Tabai. On the defensive tackle on the left side will be Martin Diamond. Right defensive tackle will be Alex Sellinger. The defensive end on the right side will be Dylan Krakowski. 4 linebackers across. Outside linebackers will be Tyler Morrison and Brandon Gardner. And the inside linebackers will be Derek Diamond and Noah Baczynski. Cornerbacks will be Lincoln Dye and Chris Petruska. And the safety tonight will be Chase Fulmer.
And you look at this California offense, Tony. Logan Hartley, a lot of experience. He was the starting quarterback a year ago for California and, of course, saw action in the playoffs against both Laurel up in Lawrence County, where California pulled a first-round upset, and then in the quarterfinal round against Clareton, a game we brought you here on WMBS.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we saw him play Carmichael's. If you were doing another game, but TJ and Billy Dice and I saw him play Carmichael's. Nice thrower. He can throw nice. The lefty does a nice job, actually runs the offense very well, but he can put the ball up in the air. So don't be surprised, especially with the wind being knocked down now, don't be surprised if California will throw the ball a little bit more tonight instead of run.
Yeah, Ed Woods told us in the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show that Hartley's always kind of bothering him a little bit. He wants to throw the ball more, and of course they have such a run-oriented offense, but when he's given the opportunity to throw, again, good numbers coming in, 43 of 73 for 675 yards, 8 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions so far this season. The Frazier sidelines off on the far side. They're in their away whites today with red numbers. Again, California here on the near side. You mentioned the home maroons with white numbers and gold trim. They already did the coin toss. It's more the ceremonial coin toss. And as we told you, Frazier won that coin toss, but they have deferred. So California will get the football first, and they'll work left to right as we describe it here in the opening quarter. Again, our broadcast today presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner. Also have to thank Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios attorney Lisa J. Boudet. Gene in Boots, always a favorite of Tony's to stop when he's moving through the Perryopolis Star Junction area. Sandy Howe Notary Services owners Ed and Sandy Walensky. Windows, doors, and more. Fayette County Recorder of Deeds John Marietta. Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Matt Lancaster for Fayette County Treasurer. Napa Auto Parts and Perry Drug. Appreciate everyone's support, including all of our season-long sponsors as well, allowing us to bring you high school football not only on the radio but here on the video end as well for this first round matchup. And again, we're dedicated, Tony, if we can, to bring free over-the-air streams to you. A lot of folks have to watch games behind the paywall tonight, not here at California High School for California and Frazier.
Well, you can even tell your little story. We were just talking how KDKA got shut out.
Yeah, I think we're trying to broadcast the Mars TJ game tonight, I guess, on KDK Plus, and saw some stuff on Twitter. They got blacked out as well. So certainly fortunate to be able to bring you this matchup between two schools, certainly here in the Fay West area, the Frazier Commodores and the California Trojans. So Frazier will kick off. Their kicker is Owen Searcy. And Searcy will have it teed up here on the near hash mark of the 40-yard line. Chase Fulmer's done the majority of the
returning duties for California so far this season.
Well, Fulmer had a second-half kickoff last week, returned at 75 yards, and really put the spark into Frazier whenever they came back. Whenever they won last week against Springdale. So, like I said, he's a pretty nice returner, so we'll see what happens.
They didn't have a number change there, Tony, because I see the deep man back on my roster actually listed as Alan Dennis over there and not Fulmer. We'll double-check on that, but nonetheless, it's sent back, and here on the run back, a little squib kick, and they'll bring it back across the 40-yard line. Actually, Fulmer, of course, returner for Frazier, the deep man back, Dennis, Peak, Keys, and Szymanski there for California. And nonetheless, the Trojans will start here 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Again, Logan Hartley, the California quarterback, the 6'3", 190-pound senior, 43 of 73 coming into this game for 675 yards, 8 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. California working left to right as we describe it, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
And good field position to start.
The Trojans come to the line here with Hartley under center. Power eye look. And it's going to be a handoff here to the fullback Landon Abercrombie. And Abercrombie bringing it up here to the 44. That'll be a gain of 5 on 1st down to bring up 2nd and 5 here for California. You mentioned, Tony, coming in, they like to mix up the backs. It's not just Malachi Peak.
It is not just Malachi Peak, and they'll run a lot of switching offense as well. We saw Szymanski run the ball a lot. We saw Alan Dennis get a few shots at it. Obviously, Peak is the main guy, but don't be surprised to see pretty much everybody on this team touch the football.
Abercrombie got a pretty good spot there, just shy of the 45, so 2nd and 4. They'll go heavy to the left again with Hartley under center, and this time it will be Malachi Peak on the carry, and Peak should have enough here for a California 1st down, taking it back to the midfield stripe to move the sticks here for California.
Yeah, nice 6-yard pickup there for Malachi Peak and picking up right where he left off last week. 283 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns.
1st and 10 here from midfield for California. And Peak dotting the I. Now the move back into a T formation with Hartley under center, sending Crockett in motion. And Crockett getting it on the pitch coming near side, breaking a couple of tackles. And Braden Crockett, the sophomore back, getting 2 down to the Frazier 48. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and he had some blockers out front. Pretty good job by Frazier there to plug that hole.
Looks like, Tony, they have a number change on Peak as well, wearing 7 instead of 1 tonight.
Yeah.
Please ensure that the 40-second play clock starts when the officials give the dead ball signal.
The officials giving a warning here to the clock operator to start the play clock a little bit quicker. So it'll be 2nd and 8. And just underway, 10:36 left here in the opening quarter, opening drive of the game here for the California Trojans. With Hartley now out of the shotgun. Peak off to his right. Man coming in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. It'll be Peak getting the football, but he's gobbled up in the backfield, and he'll lose 2 back to the original line of scrimmage, the midfield stripe back of the 50. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 here for California.
Yeah, tried to run a little play action there, and the thing of it was nobody was fooled. Tried to do a fake tried to do a fake handoff inside, and you're right. That would be huge if Peak had to go out of this game for any reason.
Peak limping coming to the near sidelines here for California. And they'll bring in Brandon Meyer, who's actually one of the backup quarterbacks, but sees a lot of time in the backfield as well for California. And now Hartley under center. Lone back behind him. Frazier showing blitz. Be a handoff here on the near side, and that is Meyer with the football. Meyer going nowhere. Stopped there by Chase Fulmer defensively for Frazier. So the Frazier defense coming up big, and California's going to have to punt here, Tony, facing a 4th and 10 from midfield.
Now, and Hartley's their punter. She averages about 37 yards a punt, so does a nice job, and they're hoping he kind of turns this field around and puts Frazier in pretty rough field position.
No one back deep yet for Frazier. Now they will send Fulmer back, with Hartley standing here at the California 38. And what do we got here? A flag coming in from the near sideline. Sideline warning issued here against California. There's no penalty on the first warning. Now you'll have Hartley back at the 38 to send it away here for California with Fulmer back at the Frazier 23.
Just trying to look around here and see if Peak's back out there, if he's getting worked on the sidelines.
Flags coming in here right at the snap. A false start penalty here against California. False start going there, and Landon Abercrombie moved early. Now 4th and 15, and California will have to send this punt away from their own 45. With 8:52 left here in the opening quarter, Frazier's defense stopping California, and the Commodores will touch the football for the first time in this game. So Hartley now back at his own 33, and Fulmer not very deep. Clean snap coming back to Hartley, and he'll boom it away. Fulmer working out to the near side as the punt goes out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it off here. And the official coming up, and he'll mark it off right at the 30, and that's where Frazier will start. 1st and 10 when we come back. 8:40 left here in the opening quarter. Scoreless. California and Frazier are back at 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Casey Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new hours. Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come on into Casey's and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. They can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126. Casey's, the best in Fayette County.
Brady Seacrest and Frazier going to work with a man in motion, Alexson, and a handoff going up the middle there to Derek Diamond, and Diamond bouncing out here on the near side, taking it up to the 34-yard line. A 4-yard gain there for Derek Diamond, the 6', 220-pound senior running back. It was very impressive numbers, Tony, coming in. 246 carries for 1,657 yards, averaging 6.7 yards a carry and 16 touchdowns.
And as we said, 4 games of 200-plus yards, so he's the workhorse, but he can get it done for Frazier.
2nd and 4 now from the Frazier 34. 2 high backs behind Seacrest. Twin receivers to the far side. Ball in the near hash marker for the second straight play. It's Derek Diamond up the middle. A first down and more for Frazier. Taking up to the Commodores 48. That goes a gain of 14 for Derek Diamond.
And the first down for Frazier. A little extracurricular after the play. Kind of surprised the flag was not thrown.
And Tony, we mentioned just a new era of energy here at Frazier with first-year head coach Tony Batalini coming in, former assistant here at Frazier when Mike Stieber was the head coach, went on and was also an assistant coach up at Bell Vernon, and most recently served as the offensive coordinator for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars a season ago under Bill Chirpek. 1st and 10 here for Frazier from their own 48. 2 high backs, twin receivers to the near side, and this time it's Tyler Morrison, the fullback. Got the football, lost it on the turf. I think Frazier able to hop back on it. So they mixed things up there and gave it off to Morrison. And the ball hit the turf, but Frazier lucky to get back on that, Tony. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Very fortunate to get back on it. And a 1-yard loss, but more importantly, they retained possession.
You had Seacrest along with Brent Alexson going off to the far sidelines there to get the play. Still plenty of time. Play clock at 20. 2nd and 11. Now with Seacrest under center, Morrison the fullback, Diamond the tailback, twin receivers off to the far side. As Seacrest will take the snap. He'll look and find his man Fulmer in California territory at the 45-yard line. Goes a gain of 8. Still about 3 yards short of the first down. But a nice pickup there. Seacrest to Fulmer. And Fulmer came in, Tony, 48 receptions for 586 yards and 7 touchdowns. Really, he's been a fantastic senior target there for Seacrest.
He sure has, and they're number 1 receiver, and you can see why. Nice little slant pattern there to pick up 8 yards and make it a more manageable 3rd down.
It might even be 4-down territory at this position of the field here for Frazier. Now 3rd and 3 from the California 45 with Seacrest under center. Diamond getting the football, and he has enough for a Frazier first down right up the middle. Needed 3, got 4 down to the California 41 to move the sticks. With 6:01 left here in the opening quarter, still scoreless between California and Frazier. The Frazier defense stopped California right around midfield, and now Frazier trying to put a drive together themselves, and they have it now at the California 41.
Yeah, and actually California looked like they were blitzing there, expecting a pass, and gave Diamond some room there and picked up those 4 yards and picked up the first down.
So Seacrest now back under center, 2 I-backs behind him. Twin receivers to the near side as he takes the snap. Hand off to Diamond again. Diamond trying to bounce it out here on the near side and kind of lost the footing with a couple of California defenders crashing in, but still managed to pick up 3 on the play down to the California 38 to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, unfortunately, he tried to bounce that outside. If he would have had a little bit more room there, might have broken for a touchdown.
Of course, one of the highlight wins on this Frazier schedule this year that really opened up some eyes around the WPIAL win over Greensburg Central Catholic. And Greensburg Central Catholic the following week would go on to knock off Leechburg, who actually has a home playoff game this week. So Frazier's shown they can play with some of the big boys this year. Now 2nd and 7 here from the California 38 with Fulmer coming in motion. Ball in the near hash mark. Pitch going back out to Diamond. Diamond going far side with a flag on the play. Well read by that California defense. Stopping Diamond for no gain. And now multiple flags coming in here after the play as well.
Yeah, I think one of them is going to be a hold, and I got a feeling the second one might be for a little mouthing off here, I'm going to guess. I'm standing here looking. You still got Peak on the sideline, Brian. Still walking around. He's on about the 35-yard line right now. But
yeah, that could be a huge loss for California, considering that Peak coming into this game on the California side has accounted for almost 1,500 rushing yards.
Well, 1,500 rushing yards, but does a pretty good job as a defensive end as well for this Cal team.
So an illegal block in the back here against Frazier. And after the play was over, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against California. So you'll actually have both penalties enforced on the play since the one was a dead ball foul. So they walked it back 10, then walked it forward 15. So actually, after all was said and done there, Tony, end up being 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, actually ended up being about a 5-yard gain
after
the play was over.
And they get the down back, too.
Exactly.
Because the penalty was enforced. So 2nd and 2, line of scrimmage now, the California 33 here on the near hash mark with Seacrest under center, 2 I-backs, a wide outs each side, and Diamond with the football again as flags come in this time from the far side. I think we have an offsides penalty here against California.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Cal. So all of a sudden, 3 quick penalties for Cal for 25 yards. That's going to result in a first down for Frazier.
So Frazier marching now with the football at the California 28 with 4:23 left here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, nice drive here. So far, they took the ball over with 8:40 to go. Putting together a nice methodical drive and keeping California's offense off of the field.
And you're right, Peak defensively as well, Tony. Came in 66 tackles and 5 sacks for California. Makes a difference without him being on the field for that California defense.
That's exactly
Play fake here from Seacrest. They're coming after him. He's in trouble. Airs it out far side. Pass falls incomplete. And actually, 2 California defenders that were the closest in the vicinity. And this California defense, Tony, as a team came in with 49 team sacks and 11 team interceptions.
And that's impressive. I'll tell you what, though, Seacrest's smart move there. The way he threw the ball away was too high for anybody to get. Obviously, a couple guys from Cal made the leap to try to get there, but it was pretty high. I don't think Shaq could have even picked off that pass.
No. Now 2nd and 10 for Frazier. Ball at the California 28 here in the near hash mark with Seacrest under center. 2 I-backs, twin receivers off to the far side here for the Frazier Commodores with California showing blitz again. Seacrest takes the snap. And off a little delay, getting eaten up in the backfield, there was Derek Diamond, and Diamond will lose 3 back to the 31. It'll be 3rd down and 13. California saw that one coming, Tony.
Yeah, pretty nice stop there. Really good penetration. Kind of blew up the offensive line and able to take Diamond down for a 3-yard loss.
So Seacrest likely have to go to the air here. Brent Alexson checking in along with Lincoln Dye, a couple of receivers on this 3rd and 13 from the California 31. You'll have Brady Seacrest, the junior quarterback, now back out of a shotgun with Derek Diamond on his right hip and twin receivers to each side. So 4 wideouts in the game right now for Frazier. As Seacrest takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, has time, looks near side, and a little tiptoe on the near sidelines, brought down for a catch. That's Chris Petruska hauling it in at the California 14. That's enough for a first down, Tony.
Yeah, great throw there, and Petruska, nice job getting his feet down. Picks up another first down.
Actually ruled him out at the 16, so it'll be a pickup of 15 yards on the play to move the sticks. And Frazier with a 1st and 10 now inside the California red zone.
And this will be the 10th play in this drive for Frazier.
I mentioned coming in, Seacrest has shown the ability to throw the football well so far this season with 1,128 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. Back in that 2-eye back set and getting the football again. Here is Derek Diamond. Diamond carrying a couple of California defenders inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1 here for Frazier. And you talk about yards after contact there, Tony. I think Diamond took a couple of Trojans there for a ride.
Well, and the thing of it is they keep going towards the side where Malachi Peak is not. He normally plays on the right side of the defensive end for California, and right now, Frazier kind of exposing that.
2 eye backs, wide outs each side, 2nd and 1 from the 7. It's Diamond again, and Diamond hit at the 6, try to spin out of it. Should have enough forward progress here for a Frazier first down. Only needed a yard, and they'll give him a yard there to move the sticks. It'll be 1st and goal here for Frazier.
Yeah, and they gave him a first down his right, so just enough to get that first down. And the 5th first down on this drive for Frazier.
We're down, Tony, to 2:05 left here in the opening quarter. Frazier taking a lot of time off the clock on this drive. They got the football at the 8:40 mark of the opening quarter, so already 5 minutes plus off the clock on this drive. In fact, 6 minutes plus off the clock on this drive. As Seacrest comes back under center, again, 2 eye backs, a wide out to each side, 1st and goal from the California 6. Seacrest taking the snap. He's going to put it up, looking far side, lob pass, far corner of the end zone, brought in for a Frazier touchdown. That one going to Chase Fulmer, his 8th receiving touchdown of the season, and the Commodores strike first in their first playoff game since 2017, up 6-0 here at the 137 mark of the opening quarter.
And an impressive 12-play drive that you said, Brian, took over actually 7 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock on a 70-yard drive.
They'll bring on Owen Searcy for the extra point. Seacrest is the holder. Gus Lyon is the long snapper, and Lyon sends it back with a flag on the play. They're going to whistle this one down here before the kick.
Maybe a false start.
Offsides penalty. Now do you think about going for 2 here?
Well, why not? They're going to give you pretty good field position, so you might as well give it a try.
For Seacrest, that was his 14th passing touchdown of the season to go against just 2 interceptions. He's got to love that touchdown to interception ratio there for Seacrest. And now they will go for 2 here, Tony. With Seacrest under center, 2 eye backs with Derek Diamond dotting the eye. Seacrest taking the snap, handoff to Diamond, off tackle right side, reaching for the goal line. And I think on the second effort he got in, he did. So the 2-point conversion run good for Derek Diamond. And with 1:37 left here in the opening quarter, 8-0. Frazier over California. Our broadcast presented by State Representative Ryan Warner, CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Does your car sound like it's saying, trade me in, trade me in, every time you start it up? Well, go to Ford of Uniontown and trade it in. That's right, your Uniontown Ford dealer is ready to assist you with a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV purchase. Ford of Uniontown has all the deals, all the inventory, and they are ready to deal. It has never been a better time to buy a Ford. Service is their top priority. No matter where you purchase your Ford car or truck, Ford of Uniontown will be happy to service it for you. They offer Ford-trained technicians, Ford-certified parts and service, 1-year, 12,000-mile parts warranties, and new state-of-the-art service equipment. Call or stop in today to see the hometown service of Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West across from Applebee's. So listen to your car the next time you hear it say, "Trade me in, trade me in." Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 at the top of the hill.
Back here at California High School, the Frazier Commodores trying to pull an upset here on the road. The number 11 seed striking first. The 6-yard touchdown pass from Brady Seacrest to Chase Fulmer. Derek Diamond's 2-point conversion run, capping off a 12-play, 70-yard drive that took 7:03 off the clock. The score occurring here at the 1:37 mark of the opening quarter.
And I'm sure Coach Batalini extremely happy about that. As we said, just kept pounding the ball down to California's defense.
Now a little onside kick here, Tony, and a lot of contact. I think Frazier got back on it. They did.
Wow.
The Commodores recover the onside kick. So they go onsides after the touchdown and recover. What a heads-up play there by Searcy in that front line. California not expecting that at all, Tony.
Not at all is right. Beautiful call there by Frazier to catch Cal sleeping a little bit.
You can tell Tony Batalini, a first-rate head coach.
Well, great call. I mean, really nothing to lose at this stage either. So going to have the ball on the 48-yard line of Cal.
And remember, Frazier will get the football first in the second half as well.
Correct.
So everything trending in Frazier's direction here early on. Their offense back on the field from the California 48. Might have been some motion here on the line.
Yeah, they're going to have a false start against Frazier. Their second penalty of the night for 15 yards.
First and 15. And this is the first time in 8 years that Frazier's in the WPIAL playoffs. Haven't won a playoff game since 2015 when they made a run to the WPIAL semifinals. We're losing to Clareton that year. In fact, they were still competitive with the Bears in that semifinal round game played at Elizabeth Forward High School.
Well, and they were in danger of not making the playoffs at all and came in on a 3-game win streak and a couple pretty impressive wins as well.
First and 15, back to Derek Diamond, and Diamond back into California territory, picking up 4 to bring up 2nd and 11, getting some of those penalty yards back here for Frazier.
And again, running to the left side of that offensive line where there's no Malachi Peak out there for California.
2nd and 11. The California 49. Again, the winner of this game will take on either Bishop Canavan or Greensburg Central Catholic. Those two schools playing tonight in Dormont. We're actually there at that stadium, Tony. Remember back a couple of years ago for a
Yes.
Frazier Bishop Canavan game that we did on a Saturday afternoon. We got only about a half of football.
I was going to say,
some thunderstorms.
we did a half of it.
2nd and 11. Diamond again here on the near side, struggling, trying to fight up the field, and got one back to the original line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd down and 10.
And a good play there by California, finally kind of sneaking over there to the left side and trying to stop Diamond, maybe load it up a little bit more.
We're down to 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 3rd and 10.
Diamond with 9 carries already for 35 yards.
The play clock right now, 26, game clock at 19. I don't think Frazier's going to snap the football here. They're just going to let it run down and take it to the end of the opening quarter and have an 8-0 lead over California after 1 quarter of play. In our broadcast tonight, presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner, CR Barada Group High School Sports Night. 8-0 Frazier over California after 1. We're back at 60 here on WMBS.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Back here at California High School, 11th-seeded Frazier trying to pull an early upset, up 8-0 over California. We'll switch sides of the field now. Frazier will work left to right as we describe it. With all these teams in Fayette County struggling, Tony, two of the outliers this year, certainly Albert Gallatin, who went 10-0 as an independent, and the Frazier Commodores, 6-4 regular season here in the WPIAL playoffs, leading California 8-0 as we start the second quarter. But Frazier will face a 3rd and 11 with Seacrest now out of the shotgun. Diamond off to his right, and trip receivers here to the near side. That's the wide side of the field as Seacrest takes the snap. Hangs in the pocket, has time, steps up. Now with a flag on the play, Seacrest will pull it down, look to run, and Seacrest should have enough here for a first down, but will check the flag. It was in the area of holding.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a hold. It looked like they were holding Lehue on the outside, and obviously Cal's going to take that penalty and mark him back.
Still a heady play, though, from Seacrest.
Ooh, hands to the face.
Wow.
By California.
Well, we did not see that one, Tony.
Did not see that one. I thought Lehue was getting held on the outside. But as it turns out, so they're going to mark that after the play, too.
Correct, yeah, because you'll have the first down. And they'll be able to take that down to the 27.
Wow.
And Frazier with a 1st and 10 now. With 11:52 left before halftime, leading California 8-0.
So Seacrest with a nice 11-yard gain there. And then the next thing you know, a penalty on top.
A double tights on the line, and Diamond getting the inside run, and he'll take it down to the 21. Gain of 6 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 4. Now Diamond trying to make the most of his senior season here for Frazier. Came in close to 1,700 rushing yards on the season. Will certainly eclipse that here tonight. 2nd and 4 now from the California 21. Ball on the far hash mark here for the Commodores. Last time these two schools were in the same conference back in 2015, Frazier finished the year 11-1. They went perfect in the Tri-County South. Here's Diamond again with a flag on the play, stumbling across the left side of the line, just got a yard. Again, we'll check the flag.
Well, I'm not going to say anything because I haven't gotten one right yet. It's going to be a hold, though.
Yeah, that one is against the Commodores. And you look, Steve, or you look at Tony at that 2015 season, all the success that Frazier had, 2 playoff wins. They got forced up to 2A when the WPIAL and the PIAA went to 6 classifications, had to play in the Century Conference. Then you started to see the struggles, went 5-6 in 2016, 3-8 in 2017, and they were 2A until 2022. And then certainly the last couple of years have been tough here until Tony Batalini arrived.
And he's got some horses, too. There's no doubt about it. Diamond's a nice player. Fulmer's a nice receiver as well.
2nd and 14. They came quickly to the line, and Diamond got tripped up in the backfield and might have lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, they were ready for that.
On the stop there was Colton Loudon, the California junior. And now Frazier will be faced with a 3rd and long here from the California 32. They'll need the Trojans 17 for a first down. So 3rd and 15.
Diamond with 11 carries already in this contest for 40 yards. He may be on pace for 40 carries here tonight.
Again, Seacrest has shown the ability to throw the football well all season long. But a line up here on this 3rd and 15 under center from the California 32. And he'll drop back. Pocket collapsing, and Seacrest is going to get sacked. Back at the Frazier back at the California 37. Goes a loss of 5 on the play. Eli Carpenter with the sack. And now Frazier decision time here. Probably would just bring on the punting unit, you would think, Tony, with it being 4th and 20.
Well, 4th and 20, but I mean, how much are you really going to change the field? If it's kicked into the end zone, it's an 18-yard gain on that, but let's see what Coach Batalini decides to do.
Searcy's the punter. They're going to keep the offense on the field. Maybe a quick kick here from Seacrest.
No doubt.
Try to send everybody out. Now Frazier's going to take a timeout. So take one as well. 8:59 left before halftime. 8-0 Commodores back at 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Tonight.
Your heat on the fritz? Your AC stopped working? Your pipes backed up? Did your lights go out? Well, for all your heating, air conditioning, electric, and plumbing emergencies, CHIPS Residential Services is here for you. Located right in Uniontown and offering 24-hour emergency service, let the experts at CHIPS help you through all your emergency needs, as well as installation and regular service. Call 724-366-8046 to get the help you need today. Your hometown team of technicians, CHIPS Residential Services.
Concerned about your heart health? At WVU Medicine, we believe your heart deserves world-class care, close to home and always within reach. Our non-invasive cardiology team uses advanced tests like stress tests and cardiac MRI to diagnose and monitor heart conditions without surgery. Call 877-WVU, the number 4-HRT, or visit wvumedicine.org/heart.
Back here at California High School, Frazier facing a 4th and 20 from the California 37. They lined up like Seacrest might do a quick kick earlier and then decide to take a timeout.
I still would not be surprised to see a quick kick, but
they're going to break huddle here with Seacrest out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, tight end on the right side of the line, Diamond off to his right. Now he comes in motion. Seacrest not drop back very far. He's going to put it up. He'll hang in the pocket. Look deep. Middle pass picked off. Intercepted by California's Eli Carpenter. Carpenter on the run back will take it back to the 36-yard line. So on 4th down, California with the interception. Look at the football back with 8:49 left before halftime. Frazier, though, still up 8-0. And we're back at 30 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Busy day? Feeling unwell? Don't feel like driving, but need your prescriptions? No worries. Farmana Pharmacy delivers to your home or workplace for free. Stay comfy at home or focused at work. Farmana Pharmacy delivers Monday through Friday, so you don't have to worry about picking up your prescriptions. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Phone 724-626-9600 or visit farmanapharmacy.com. Farmana Pharmacy, prescription care and convenience delivered.
First interception of the season for Eli Carpenter, only the 3rd that Seacrest has thrown all season long for California. Now for the first time in about a quarter, California's going to get the football back. And the Trojans with a 6-yard gain here on the near side, with that run going to Aiden Keys. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 4. And remember, Frazier the touchdown, then the onside kick got the football back. The last time that California touched the football was at the 8:40 mark of the opening quarter, and here we are at the 8:24 mark of the second quarter.
Well, yeah, but they ran that play with 8:40 on the clock,
yes.
So you're right, a whole quarter without seeing it.
And a little confusion here in the backfield, late handoff going back there to Alan Dennis, and then after Dennis got the football, with a nice little surge here into Frazier territory, was able to pick up a 1st down to the Frazier 46. But Hartley actually ran into Dennis, Tony, in the backfield.
Yeah, and it kind of a little miscommunication there, but Dennis made the most of it and picked up a 1st down for Cal.
And Malachi Peak still on the sidelines. He got injured on the opening drive of the game for California, and he's just standing there still with the helmet on, but not in the game right now for the Trojans with Hartley here out of the shotgun. 1st and 10. Ball's fumbled, but Hartley able to get back on here in midfield. He'll lose 4. That'll bring up 2nd and 14. But you have to wonder, especially when you have a guy like Peak so involved in the offense, how much does that change the whole dynamic now with him on the bench?
Well, and you can see they're running some things a little bit differently. Obviously, it was Peak on 2 carries of 3 in that first drive that they had. But right now, just trying to find a spark and handle it. You got to figure Dennis already has a carry. Keys already had a carry. So let's see what happens. You also got Abercrombie in there too. So you got a feeling that there's going to be a lot of Cal players touch the ball here tonight.
Tight formational double reverse going back to Dennis on the far side. Dennis getting back into Frazier territory, breaking a couple of tackles. We're finally getting pulled down here at the 45. So Dennis, a nice little surge for it. Only picked up 5 yards. Looked a little prettier than the end result there was, Tony. He'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Still, though, positive yardage, and you're right. Just good pursuit there by Frazier. They were fooled a little bit, but really made some momentum there and kind of came back and tackled Dennis for a short gain of 5 yards.
Now 3rd and 10 from the original line of scrimmage, the Frazier 46. 6:54 left until halftime. We'll have our halftime show brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Scores from around the WPIAL. We will look back at Frazier's last deep playoff run back in 2015. Of course, first half stats brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy. And Hartley looking to put it up the lefty down the field with a completion down to the Frazier 35. Aiden Keys hauling it in, and that should be enough for a California first down. They needed the 36. Looked like Keys was down at the 35. And it should be an 11-yard gain here for a California first down, but we have a flag on the play.
Have a flag is right. They're going to call holding. Let's see if it's on Cal or Frazier.
Offensive holding going against California. Now nullify the 11-yard pickup.
And that's now 5 penalties on Cal so far for 40 yards, but right there took away the first down.
They're not a big play team, especially with Malachi Peak on the bench.
Now, they're one of those teams where it's, just keep grinding and grinding, keep running, maybe a pass here and there. But
kind of reminds you of the service academies a lot.
Exactly. Exactly right.
You can certainly have success doing that. Look at Navy. They'll enter play tomorrow against North Texas undefeated.
Right.
3rd and 20 here for California from their own 44. Taking the snap is Hartley. He'll step up in the pocket. He'll look deep middle. That pass intercepted. It's Fulmer on the pick. Fulmer entering California territory, and Fulmer being brought down to the Trojans 46. So the team's exchanging interceptions here in the second quarter. Frazier will get the football back, leading 8-0, 5:55 left until halftime. We're back at 30 here on the C.R. Browder Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
Hey everybody, Friday night under the lights are back. High school football is more than a game. It's about community, teamwork, and pride. Just like our local heroes who serve our nation. Fayette County Recorder of Deeds is proud to honor our veterans with the Veteran ID program. By recording your DD214, veterans can receive a secure photo ID and access discounts at participating local businesses. Support our student athletes. Support our veterans. Together we build a stronger Fayette County.
Inside handoff for Frazier as we come back to Derek Diamond. He'll take it down to the California 40 for a gain of 7. Bring up 2nd down and 3. So you look at those interceptions. Fulmer, the latest one for Frazier. Fulmer, their safety, 5'8", 170 pounds. And on the other side, you had that pick from Eli Carpenter. Carpenter came in at the game, 62 tackles, 2 sacks, but his pick of Seacrest was his first interception of the season. Now 2nd and 3 here for Frazier from the California 40, working left to right as we describe it. Trips out to the near side, ball on the far hash mark. Will go on the inside, ground game again to Diamond. Breaking a couple of tackles inside the 25-20. Flag on the play, Diamond still loose, and he'll take it down to the 6-yard line. If it stands, it's a gain of 34. But again, flags down here, Tony.
Yeah, I got a feeling that one of the receivers on the far side for Frazier is going to get called for a hold, and they're coming back with it. So they're going to, looks like they're going to mark it from the 25.
It'll be a spot foul.
Right.
It was down the field. Actually, what is a block in the back. It will be enough, though, even after the infraction for a first down.
Right.
To the California 33. So Diamond still will get a positive first down run here. It'll go as a 7-yard pickup.
He's going to get a 13-yard gain on there.
And California will take a timeout, so take one as well. 5 minutes left before halftime. 8-0 Frazier back in 60 on the C.R. Browder Group High School Sports Night.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering UPA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Back here at California High School, officially that goes in the books as a 7-yard run for Derek Diamond after the penalty, but Frazier still the first down here at the California 33, leading 8-0 with 5 minutes left here in the second quarter.
7 first downs for Frazier so far in this first half.
4 wideouts in the game. Diamond the lone back. Seacrest back under center. Takes the snap. He's going to put it up. Lob pass far side. Complete on the run into the end zone for a Frazier touchdown. That's Fulmer again, his second receiving touchdown of the game. And Frazier now leads 14-0 here at the 4:54 mark of the second quarter.
Yeah, 33-yard touchdown completion. Seacrest to Fulmer.
Now 9 receiving touchdowns for Fulmer on the season. Seacrest, his 15th passing touchdown. They will kick the extra point here with Searcy. Trying to go up 15-0. Clean snap coming back. And the kick is up on the way and good. And with 4:54 left before halftime, Frazier, the 11th seed, up 15-0 over 6th-seeded California. We're back in 60 here on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
I'm Bill Martin, partner at Radcliffe Martin Law. Did you know our office handles claims for people hurt at work? If you are injured at your job, you have certain rights under the Pennsylvania Workers' Compensation Act that your employer may not advise you of or simply disregard. Those would include rights to wage loss and medical benefits due to your injury. We help injured workers to make sure they receive the benefits they're entitled to by law. Call us at 724-439-3939. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys.
Back here at California High School, this is certainly surprise tonight, Tony. Frazier, the 11th seed, leading 15-0 on 2 touchdown passes from Brady Seacrest to Chase Fulmer.
And you get Cal now kind of on their toes looking for the onside kick after not recovering the first one.
This will be a little squib kick picked up here at the 21-yard line. Meyer on the run back, and Meyer with a nice run back in that, taking it to the California 47.
Yeah,
and that's 26. Where the Trojans will start 1st and 10. But again, coming into this game, Tony, certainly the workhorse back this season for California has been Malachi Peak. He got injured on the first California drive, and he's still here on the Trojan sidelines.
Yeah, still standing up. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know if they're going to work on him in halftime or what, but not moving around at all, just standing there watching the play. So hopefully for Cal, he can get back in.
California now going quickly, and that handoff going, I believe that was Abercrombie up the middle.
It was.
We'll check it. Landon Abercrombie, yes, the 5'10", 191-pound senior, taking it up to the midfield stripe, picking up 4 to bring up 2nd down and 6. You look at Abercrombie came into the game, Tony, 51 carries for 325 yards. Really just hasn't had a lot of touches, mainly because Peak has done so much this season.
Exactly. Abercrombie, the number 1 tackler on this California team defensively, so they're going to work him on both ends.
2nd and 6, Abercrombie again, and Abercrombie brought down from behind for a 2-yard loss, but we do have multiple flags here coming in.
And you got to wonder if there was one flag came out pretty quick. The other one was at the end of the play. Let's see what they call.
One appears to be a holding penalty.
And it's a 2-yard loss on the run. We're just waiting for him to sort it out.
And California has been bit by a number of penalties here in the first half.
Well, so far 5 for 40 yards. And that one erased the first down and actually resulted in the interception on the next play.
There are 2 fouls on the play.
So we have 2 fouls, one on each team. And a block in the back against California. And a dead ball personal foul against Frazier for a late hit. And that will push the football into Frazier territory down to the Commodores 45. Won't be a first down, but it will be a 2nd and 1 here for California. It's kind of odd there, Tony. It's the second time in this game already we've seen the exact same situation take place with both penalties getting enforced with one dead ball foul in each situation also occurring.
Yeah, interesting is right.
And Hartley here on 2nd and short. He's going to look to put it up. They're coming after him. Nothing down the field, and Hartley's going to be sacked back at the California 44.
A huge loss.
Initially, it was Ethan Tabak that got to him, and he got finished off as well on the backside there by Marty Diamond and Landon Petruska.
It's an 11-yard loss on a 2nd and 1, and now going to bring up a 3rd and 12.
With 3:40 left here in the second quarter.
And Hartley really no chance at all to try to even get rid of that ball. I mean, the Frazier defense was on him instantly, and even trying to look downfield really didn't have any time to do anything at all.
And again, Frazier will get the football to start the third quarter as well. So a huge spot here for California. They have 4 wide receivers in the game. Trips to the near side as Hartley takes the snap. Design quarterback run right up the middle. Get a few, but not enough. And again, some extracurriculars here after the play. No flag thrown. Give Hartley 4, but it'll be 4th down and 9 here for California with 3:04 left before halftime.
And you've got to punt it away. You really don't want to give Frazier good field position here. Tough to go for 4th and 9.
And Hartley averaging 38 yards a punt so far this season as well for California.
First punt was a 25-yarder.
Kicked it out of bounds. Fulmer back deep to receive here for Frazier. He's standing back around the 30. Clean snap coming back to Hartley. And the lefty with a half shank there. Not a good punt. And it'll just die, Tony, like one of your wedges at the 35-yard line. And that's where Frazier will get the football back with 2:26 left before halftime. Up 15-0 over California. We're back in 30 here on the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service is your local, fully insured, expert tree removal and advanced tree trimming service based right in Uniontown. Brothers Jared and Justin Gibson and their team bring more than 2 decades combined experience to stump and tree removal, but also provide general clearing services and some landscaping services too. So whatever your outdoor needs are, Two Brothers is ready to help you today with customizable plans and a commitment to getting the job done right. Call them today, 724-415-9183.
Derek Diamond stopped on first down, maybe got a half a yard there for Frazier. Bring up 2nd down and a long 9. 2:14 left before halftime. Looks like California is going to take a timeout. They want to try to get the football back here before the end of the second quarter. So we'll take a quick 30 here with, again, 2:14 left before halftime. 15-0 Frazier over California. Back in 30 seconds here in the C.R. Brada Group High School Sports Night. Our broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trips to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and spirit truly reflect the best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
Back here at California High School, the Frazier Commodores a 15-0 lead over the California Trojans. 2 Brady Seacrest to Chase Fulmer touchdown passes the difference in this game. Frazier has also successfully executed an onside kick, and California lost their star running back, Malachi Peak, on the opening drive of the game. We have not seen Malachi return back to the field here for California. Now, second and a long 9 here for Frazier with 2:14 left before halftime for their own 35. Putting it up here is Seacrest. Deep pass, another run. It's Fulmer. He's going to beat everyone, Tony, into the end zone for another Frazier touchdown. His third of the game.
His third straight catch for a touchdown, Brian. 65-yarder there. The last two were from 6 yards and 33.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play. And they're going to rule that a touchdown.
Sideline
warning against Frazier, so it will stand. Seacrest to Fulmer. That was huge. Fulmer put the Jets on after the catch. 65 yards, another Frazier touchdown. And California in loads of trouble. Down 21-0 here late in the second quarter. Frazier looking for their first playoff win in 10 years. Clean snap coming back. Low kick. It's no good from Searcy. So with 2:05 left before halftime, 21-0. Frazier over California. We're back in 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Quality parts, accessories, paints, tools, and supplies. Napa Auto Parts complete line for cars, trucks, imports, and farm equipment. Napa Auto Parts keeps America running. Fayette Auto in Uniontown, Standard Auto in Brownsville, and Napa Auto in Bell Vernon and Monongahela carry premium quality auto parts at discount prices. They always have a huge inventory of parts in stock when you visit a Napa Auto Part location. Over 200,000 parts in stock. Ask about their Napa lifetime warranty on most items with a no-hassle return policy. Open weekends and evenings. In Brownsville, phone 724-785-3800. Bell Vernon, dial 724-929-5522. Monongahela, dial 724-258-3101. And in Uniontown, dial 724-437-7553 for Napa Auto Parts.
So back here at California High School, the 11th-seeded Frazier Commodores with 3 TD passes from Brady Seacrest to Chase Fulmer of 633 and 65 yards. Now to lead 21-0 over California. That's a live ball. They're on the return, just hopping on it there for California. Aiden Keys back at the 24-yard line. So California will have Tony here. 76 yards to go to the end zone with 2:03 left on the clock, and California just one timeout remaining.
And we were talking during the break here, Brian. So the last 4 passes for Seacrest, a 6-yard touchdown to Fulmer, an interception, then a 33-yard touchdown pass to Fulmer, then a 65-yard touchdown pass to Fulmer. So pretty good night here for Fulmer and Seacrest for the Frazier Commodores.
Frazier will get the football to start the third quarter. And now California operating out of the shotgun, a little quick out near side. Pass complete there from Hartley to Eli Carpenter. We'll go up to the 30-yard line for a gain of 6. Be second down and 4. Clock stops with Carpenter getting out of bounds with 1:48 now left until halftime.
And that was only the second pass attempt for Hartley so far. The first one was an interception.
Coming to the line here, second and 4. Hartley back under center. Double tights on the line. I'll put it up again. Another quick out near side pass. Too far out of the reach that time of Carpenter again. Falls incomplete. Now it'll be third and 4. And now for California, Tony, you have 1:30 left before halftime. Frazier has 2 timeouts left. You're facing a third and 4. You might have to punt the football back to Frazier.
Well, you're going to try everything humanly possible to keep it out of that offense of Frazier, out of their hands. Boy, I tell you what, you really need to keep this offense on the field. They haven't been out there long.
So Hartley now back out of a semi-loaded pistol. Set some confusion here as they line up. And now they're going to try to reset into a shotgun, and they're going to have to burn their last time out, it looks like.
Well, there was a flag as well. I don't know if they got the timeout prior to the flag.
Illegal participation. They had 12 men on the field.
Yeah.
That's maybe why everybody was confused there, Tony.
Yeah.
Hartley's saying, no, it's a one-back shotgun, and they're in a semi-loaded pistol. Well, they are because there's 12 guys on the field.
7 penalties already, 55 yards for Cal in this first half.
Now it's 3rd and 9. Abercrombie, the lone back to the left of Hartley as Hartley takes the snap. They're coming after him, and they're going to sack him back at the 15-yard line. On the sack there, 75, Alex Sellinger.
And you get another flag, looked like after the play. Let's see what we got.
Hartley sacked back at the 15.
That's a 10-yard loss. Oh, defensive holding
penalty. And that'll be 10 yards from the previous spot and give California a first down. Remember, that was 3rd and 9.
Yeah, that's a big penalty right there.
So the Trojans' drive still alive. We have 1:22 left before halftime. Clock will start here at the whistle. They're going to wind it now.
And that's going to be the 6th penalty on Frazier for 60 yards.
Hartley under center, play fake. Rolls near side, pump fake. Now back to his right, nothing there. Pulls it down, he looks to run, and he's sacked again. This time back at the 33, just a 2-yard loss on the play. And it was Basinski that finished him off along with Marty Diamond. Now 2nd and 11, clock rolling now with 56 seconds left before halftime. We might just go into the locker room here, Tony. Sure, Frazier certainly content, up 21-0. See what kind of a chance California takes.
Yeah, kind of surprised Frazier not using all their timeouts.
2nd and 12. It'll be a run going here to Allen Dennis, and Dennis on the far side trying to break it. Dennis into Frazier territory. Dennis inside the 35, and Dennis is loose. Dennis inside the 20, inside the 10, and Allen Dennis gives California some life, going 67 yards for a much-needed Trojans touchdown right before halftime.
And
but we have a flag again, Tony.
Was that during the run or after the run?
Thrown back at the 24. Well, this game has had a little bit of everything. If it's a blocking penalty or a holding penalty, they didn't even need it there.
Well, I didn't think anybody was even around there. Let's see what they call.
You have 19 seconds left on the clock. The touchdown will stand.
I was going to say, I didn't think anybody was even around. He basically outran everybody.
So Allen Dennis, his 5th touchdown of the season, giving California their first score of the game. And the Trojans typically go for 2. They've had 30 made 2-point conversions so far this season.
That's going to be a 4-play, 76-yard drive that took 1:58 off the clock. But more importantly, put Cal on the board here right before half.
A direct snap here on the run. And that goes to Meyer, the freshman. He's going to be stopped. So the run no good. And with 19 seconds left before halftime, 21-6, Frazier over California. We're back in 60 seconds here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight. Broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 62 years and providing quality, reliable service, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Silva. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at TargetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Silva is proud to support local high school sports.
Aiden Key is now to kick off for California. Just 19 seconds left before halftime. Wouldn't expect Frazier to try to do too much here, Tony, with the football, depending on how this run back goes. And California now getting set to send it away for the first time in this game to the Commodores, as Frazier will get the second half kickoff as well. And now Keys with a run-up. The little line drive squib kick going back to Fulmer here at the 15. Fulmer at the 25-30, and Fulmer upended with a flag on the play. Multiple flags coming in here at the 35-yard line. It's been a flag fest at times here, Tony, in the first half.
Yeah, we were pretty clean early on, but all of a sudden, flags nearly on every play. Fulmer got upended. I think it's going to be a block in the back, so going to take it back 10.
Both fouls against Frazier. Holding penalty, they'll get declined. And a second holding penalty that'll get accepted. It'll be a spot foul and push Frazier back inside their own 20-yard line. But I would think here, California, just one timeout remaining. And Frazier up 21-6. Probably just a knee going into the locker room.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get too fancy here. Make something, it's a stupid play and end up letting Cal right back in this game. So I got a feeling Coach Batalini just kneel on it and go in with the lead and see what happens.
Now Frazier coming to the line here, and it is the old victory formation. And we'll have Seacrest just take a knee, and that'll do it for the first half, 21-6. Frazier leading California. Stay tuned for our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Comes your way next after this news update from CBS News here at 8 o'clock on WMBS Uniontown.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. As the government shutdown drags on, it's getting worse for air travelers and for air traffic control staff. CBS's Nicole Valdez with more.
Frustration is mounting at Nashville's International Airport today, where some passengers dealt with nearly 2-hour delays. Like Elizabeth Payne, who realized she was going nowhere fast after one flight and then another was delayed.
It's just really a pain, and we'll probably stay here instead for the weekend.
The FAA blames a shortage of air traffic controllers as the shutdown reaches 31 days. Roughly 13,000 air traffic controllers missed their first full paycheck on Tuesday.
JFK, Newark, and LaGuardia airports are under FAA traffic restrictions due to high winds and reduced staffing. President Trump is responding to court filings ordering his administration to continue food aid funding amid the shutdown. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
The president said his administration lawyers do not think they have the legal authority to do so, and he says he's told them to request clarification. He added, quote, "If we are given the appropriate legal direction by the court, it will be my honor to provide the funding, just like I did with military and law enforcement pay," unquote. He also blamed Democrats for the shutdown.
3 other federal assistance programs are still set to lose funding tomorrow, leaving many low-income families scrambling. The FBI says that it has thwarted a potential terrorist attack in suburban Detroit. WWJ's Charlie Langton reports.
Residents in Dearborn, Michigan, awakening to the FBI conducting a raid and arrests, stopping what the FBI Director Kash Patel says was a potential terrorist threat during the Halloween weekend.
At 4:30 in the morning, he heard a bang, and then all of a sudden he heard bang, 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 and he thought it was like a gun.
The FBI, assisted by Michigan State Police, with raids in Dearborn and nearby Inkster, still waiting on formal charges for those arrested. Charlie Langton for CBS News, Detroit.
In Chicago, children and families have seen immigration enforcement action involving tear gas as part of Operation Midway Blitz. Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley of Illinois is calling for an investigation into the Homeland Security Department, and
I'm going to call for a significant reduction in funding for ICE and a restoration of the millions cut for programs that actually keep us safe.
getting underway in Toronto right now. Game 6 of the World Series between the Blue Jays and LA Dodgers. Toronto fans are excited.
I will shed some tears if they win.
It's going to be great if they can do it tonight, and can't wait.
I think this time we're going to win it in 6.
One loss from elimination, the LA Dodgers have again shaken up their lineup. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Let's go!
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com.
Some Chicago neighborhoods are creating safe trick-or-treating spaces this Halloween as they fear immigration raids. CBS's Michael Wallace reports.
Governor J.B. Pritzker asked the feds to temporarily suspend immigration enforcement operations this weekend, but Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem shot that down.
No, we're absolutely not willing to put on pause any work that we will do to keep communities safe.
So parents and community leaders got the city's permission to close off streets and post volunteers at intersections. Little Village Community Council President Baltazar Enriquez organized a trick-or-treat zone so kids can
have a good old time and not be afraid.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Another winning week and month on Wall Street. The S&P 500 closed out its third straight winning week and sixth straight winning month, its longest monthly winning streak since 2021. Amazon led the way after reporting a much bigger profit than analysts expected. That helped offset continued losses for Microsoft and Meta platforms. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about M&R Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
hi, come on in. How are you?
When you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3,940.
Attention Fayette County residents. Fayette County deserves a treasurer who is ready for the future. Matthew Lancaster, candidate for Fayette County Treasurer, is a software developer who will bring innovation and efficiency to county government. As treasurer, Matthew Lancaster will work to make the office simple and stress-free when making payments, filing, and finding information. On Tuesday, November 4th, vote for Matthew Lancaster for Fayette County Treasurer, and let's move Fayette forward.
Paid for by the Friends of Matthew Lancaster.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Halftime here at California, the Frazier Commodores, the number 11 seed, up 21-6 over the homestanding Trojans. Tony has your halftime stats. They're being brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, now located in the Health First Medical Center building on Route 119 near the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
All right, Brian, thanks. Let's look at the Frazier numbers in that first half. Brady Seacrest, passing-wise, 5 for 7, 127 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. 4 of those catches going to Chase Fulmer. Fulmer, 3 touchdowns, 6 yards, 33 yards, and 65 yards. The other catch was made by Chris Petruska in that first half that resulted in a first down. On the rushing end, Brady Seacrest, 2 carries for 7 yards. Derek Diamond, obviously the big horse, 14 carries, 54 yards in that first half. And Tyler Morrison had 1 carry for a 1-yard loss. Frazier ran 24 offensive plays in that first half. They had 60 yards rushing, 127 yards passing, 187 yards of total offense. 7 penalties for 70 yards. They had 7 first downs, and they had 1 turnover, and that was the Seacrest interception in that second half. For Frazier, passing-wise, Logan Hartley, one completion in 3 attempts for 6 yards, and that completion went to Elijah Carpenter. On the rushing end, before he got injured, Malachi Peak, 2 carries for 3 yards. Alan Dennis, that big 67-yard touchdown run late in the second quarter, had 3 carries for 85 yards and a touchdown. Aiden Keys, 1 carry for 5 yards. Logan Hartley, 4 carries for -13. Landon Abercrombie had 3 carries for 7 yards. 1 carry by Braden Crockett for 2 yards, and 1 carry by Brandon Meyer for a 1-yard gain. 18 offensive plays run by California in that first half. They had 90 yards rushing, only 6 yards passing, 96 yards of total offense. They also had 7 penalties for 55 yards. They had 3 first downs, and they had 1 turnover, and that was an interception by Logan Hartley. So both teams with 1 interception with 1 turnover, both on interceptions, but Frazier really dominant in that first half offensively.
They lead it 21-6 over California. Our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. We're back with some playoff scores around the WPIAL right after this. Again, Frazier 21, California 6 here at the break.
Hey, y'all, this is John Maria, the Hillbilly, your Fayette County Recorder of Deeds. I just want to wish the Frazier Commodores the best of luck this Friday night as they take on California in the playoffs. You've worked hard all season, and now it's time to finish strong. Just like you, I believe in teamwork, accountability, and giving it all for Fayette County. Let's go, Frazier. Bring home that win, and let's keep fighting for a stronger, more responsible county government.
Paid for by John Marietta for We the People. Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning extends his best wishes to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Uniontown Red Raiders, and all our local teams for a great season. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork. It is the result of the hard work of the players and coaches and the support of their families. Good luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and Uniontown Red Raiders from District Judge Nathan Henning.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Since 1930, Gene and Boots Candies has been a Western Pennsylvania tradition. Enjoy hand-dipped chocolates made from the finest ingredients, fresh roasted nuts, and our delicious homemade ice cream. Visit GeneandBoots.com or find them on Facebook to explore their full selection. And remember, they ship gift orders anywhere. Open daily till 9 p.m. You'll find them on Route 51 in Perryopolis, Charleroi, and Greensburg. Gene and Boots Candies, a local favorite that's always a treat. Literally. Good luck, Commodores, from your friends at Gene and Boots.
Brian Morozak and Tony Anoa back here at California High School halftime. The 11th-seeded Frazier Commodores leading the California Trojans by a score of 21-6. Some other 1A playoff scores we have in for you at halftime. Neshannock, a 28-6 lead over Leechburg, and Laurel shutting out Jefferson Morgan 21-0. Up in 2A, it's Keystone Oaks and Elwood City tied at 7, and South Allegheny up 41-6 over Waynesburg. 3A halftime scores: Freeport and Beaver tied at 14. Highlands up 14-0 over Derry. It's Hopewell 21, Southmoreland 6. Scotty's still looking for their first ever playoff win in school history. They're going to have to rally back in the second half to get it tonight. And Newcastle up 35-7 over Burrell. Up in 4A, these are quarterfinal round games. McKeesport up 23-7 over Chartiers Valley. Montour and Newcastle tied at 7. Thomas Jefferson shutting out Mars 24-0, and Trinity and Aliquippa tied at 7 at the break. Up in 5A, it's Bethel Park 21, North Hills 7. Armstrong a 14-6 lead over Moon. Shaler up 14-0 over Kiski, and Upper St. Clair a 21-8 lead over Plum. Here at California, it's 21-6. Frazier leading California. We'll take a look back at we'll take a look back at Frazier's last playoff run back in 2015 when our halftime show continues, being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Again, your halftime score: Frazier 21 and California 6.
I've been thinking about switching primary care providers. It takes forever to get an appointment, and when I finally get in, the staff acts like they don't even care that I'm there.
That's so frustrating. You deserve a provider who listens, values your time, and truly cares about your health.
That's exactly what I need. Someone who sees me as a person, not just another name on a chart.
Then you should check out Montgomery Medical. They treat you like family, offer personalized care, and even have same-day appointments.
At Montgomery Medical, your health is our priority. Call 724-569-8100. Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
Back at halftime here in California, Pennsylvania, the California Trojans taking on the Frazier Commodores. We've mentioned a couple of times already during our broadcast that Frazier looking for their first playoff win in 10 years. The last time the Commodores picked up a playoff victory back in 2015 when they advanced to the WPIAL semifinals. And they had two dramatic wins that year to get to the semifinal round. The first round playoff victory occurred at Frazier High School, and it took a Frazier goal line stand late against Southside Beaver. And this is how we call the final seconds for you here on WMBS.
Here we go. One play. Southside Beaver going for the win. Offense comes down again. Eberly in the pistol. Kreider behind him. Here we go. For the win, Southside Beaver, 2-point conversion try. Campbell comes in motion. He'll get the football. Look for the goal line. Is he in? No! Frazier, the goal line stand, and the Commodores get their first playoff win since 1983.
And that wasn't enough for them that season. They advanced to the quarterfinal round to take on Shenango, where Caleb Cox had a late interception which sealed the Frazier victory.
1:52 to go. 14-13 advantage for the Commodores. Kendall, he's going to roll to his left out of the shotgun. He's going to be pressured outside. Throws it in, picked off! It's going to be picked off by Frazier! Who was that? Whoever it was a great shot to go down. Was it Patterson? We're going to get a number on that Commodore, because that's the biggest play of his career. That's Caleb Cox. Great job by Cox. He could have ran that back. But I tell you what, he had traffic in front of him, and he realized, hey, just go down. They're out of timeout. And now they just got to fall on the ball.
Now Daniel Wallace with Steve Superk on the call of that Frazier quarterfinal round playoff win over Shenango. The Commodores' season would end the following week in the semifinal round against the Clairton Bears, but certainly a lot of memories back to that 2015 Frazier team. Or at halftime this year, first-round playoff action, Frazier at California. And we'll have more getting you ready for the second half, the Commodores and the California Trojans here on WMBS.
Hello. My name is James Santilli, and I am asking for your vote this November for Fayette County Recorder of Deeds. As a lifelong county resident, it would be an honor to represent you. I have lived my life, both personally and professionally, treating others how I would want to be treated, always with the foundation of good faith, recognizing we all have so much in common. I am seeking a political position, but it should be an apolitical office. That's my promise. I hope you will consider voting for me this November.
Paid for by the candidate. For 84 years, Perry Drug Store has been family-owned and proud to serve the Perryopolis area. Recently voted one of the best in Fayette County, they're your trusted hometown pharmacy, offering expert prescription service, home health care, beauty, and over-the-counter needs. And they accept all insurances. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. Perry Drug Store puts your health first. Flu shots, vaccines, and all boosters available. Call 724-736-4422 or stop by on Independence Street in Perryopolis. Perry Drug Store, wishing the Frazier Commodores the best of luck in the playoffs.
When you need help with a legal matter, call the law office of Lisa J. Boudet. With over 30 years' experience, Attorney Boudet specializes in helping people just like you in matters of personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, as well as deeds, wills, estates, and power of attorney with a free initial consultation. For more information, call 724-938-1355 or visit BoudetLaw.com. Attorney Lisa J. Boudet with an office at 304 3rd Street in California, helping people just like you.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car and drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
State Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trips to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, and spirit truly reflects the best of our community. To the players, coaches, and families, congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30, and Saturdays, 8 to 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Braggs a call today, 724-439-3228, for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense. Savings is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with an Education Club saving account at First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your future dreams will start adding up. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today. For more information on account rules and scholarship eligibility, visit ffgc.bank. Best wishes to our local teams from First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. NMLS number 458729, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are you ready to indulge in the best pizza around? Are you looking for a lunch or dinner spot with all your favorite Italian classics coupled with mouth-watering daily specials? Then it's time to visit 2G Brothers Pizza, located at 123 Matthew Drive in Uniontown. Specials and customer favorites include Thursday's Sicilian-style pizza and Saturday's chicken parmesan. Call 724-439-5600 today and let 2G Brothers handle the rest. Your taste buds will be glad you did.
Back here at California High School, halftime, the Frazier Commodores a 21-6 lead over the California Trojans. And Tony, take a look at the first half scoring summary. 3 touchdown passes from Frazier quarterback Brady Seacrest to Chase Fulmer of 633 and 65 yards. The Commodores also successfully converting an onside kick. Alan Dennis, the lone scorer for California, 67-yard touchdown run, occurred with 19 seconds left in the second quarter, and certainly one of the storylines if you're just joining us in the opening series of the game. California star running back Malachi Peak got injured. Peak came into the game 189 carries for 1,490 yards and 20 rushing touchdowns. He went down that first series, did not return, and it'll be interesting to see his status here for the second half.
Well, yeah, and, we were talking during the half, Brian. It's like incredible how one guy can really change this whole game, especially in the single A level, but kind of looking for him on the sideline here, and I don't really see him yet. Don't know if he's going to be able to go this second half. And as you mentioned, when you lose a 1,500-yard rusher for the year and one of your best defenders as well, it's pretty tough. And Cal showed that. And really, Frazier offensively just kind of held the ball, manipulated the defense, and did a great job. And right now, leading 21-6, and kind of surprised on our end. We thought that we saw California earlier this year look pretty good, but like I said, without the punch of Peak, it's going to be different.
We'll take a 30-second timeout. Be back with the second half kickoff right after this. 21-6, Frazier over California here on WMBS.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
As we come back to California High School, if you folks on the video side, the story right there, Malachi Peak on crutches coming out for the third quarter. So pretty much determined, Tony. I don't think we're seeing him again unless he pulls a Willis Reed.
Yeah, that's an old school reference, but I tell you what, it'd have to be a huge Willis Reed here because, I tell you what, showing up on crutches to start this second half, and I just got a feeling that you hate to say it, his high school career may be over.
California will send the football away. Frazier will get the third quarter kick. Commodores will work right to left as we describe it. They'll have Chase Fulmer back deep. Aiden Keys will send it away here for California.
Now, Fulmer, you can see dancing around back there. He's ready to get this second half going, and really a fantastic first half. 4 catches, 112 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And again, you got to expect Frazier, Coach Batalini, I'm sure he wants to run a similar drive like they had on the first time they got the ball, running off 7 minutes of clock and just wearing the Cal defense down and scoring easily.
Keys on the run up, little lob kick near side, fair catch called at the 35-yard line. So Frazier not taking any chances there with Brent Alexson. So they'll start this drive at their own 34-yard line. They probably wouldn't mind a long time-consuming drive here, Tony.
That's what I said. That 7-minute, 3-second drive that they had the very first time they touched the ball, 12 plays. I'm sure that's what they're looking to do here now.
So Seacrest and the Commodores coming out. Ball will be on the near hash mark. And Seacrest 3 touchdown passes in that first half. Did throw 1 interception. Now has 16 touchdowns to 3 picks so far this season. We'll line up here under center with 2 I-backs. Fullback Morrison, tailback Diamond, and Diamond with the football. And Diamond trying to break a tackle here, but hemmed in pretty well by that California defense. Just a gain of 2 for Derek Diamond to bring up 2nd down and 8.
And as we said, Diamond with 14 carries in that first half for 54 yards. Well below his average, but still having a good game here so far for Frazier.
The story's been the air game, though, for Frazier. Seacrest to Fulmer. Fulmer over 100 yards receiving, 3 receiving touchdowns. And Seacrest making the passes count when they matter most. 2nd and 8 now from the Frazier 36. Ball still on the near hash mark as Lincoln Dye comes in motion, and we have flags. False start here against Frazier. We've seen a lot of penalties in this game, Tony.
Now, so far, that's going to be the 15th penalty between 2 teams. Started out pretty clean, though, Brian.
Yeah.
Really, between those first couple drives for Cal and Frazier, but really started to mount up in that second quarter.
We have 11-17 left here in the third quarter.
8 penalties now for 75 yards against Frazier.
Ball now at the Frazier 31. 2nd and 13 after that penalty. With Seacrest again under center, 2 I-backs, a wide out to each side. Tight end on the left side of the line as Seacrest looking to put it up across the middle. Fulmer again close to a Frazier first down. Needed 13. I think he got 13.
He might be just a hair.
No, they're giving him
no,
a first
they are.
down.
Wow.
So Seacrest to Fulmer again. And the first down here at the Frazier 44. to move the sticks with 10:41 left here in the third quarter. Frazier leading California 21-6. Again, looking for their first playoff win since 2015. California came in looking for their third straight first-round playoff win after knocking off Jeanette 2 years ago and Laurel last year. So 1st and 10. Seacrest, handoff, Diamond right up the middle. And Diamond getting 2. Man, they're going to give him a yard here. Just a yard up to the 45. The official on the far side initially signaled up to the 46, then pulled back. So it'll be 2nd and 9. Just a minimal gain there for the 6', 220-pound senior back, Derek Diamond.
Seacrest now 6 for 8, 140 yards and 3 touchdowns.
How about that on those 6 completions, Tony? You have 3 going for touchdowns.
3 going for touchdowns, and 5 of them going to Fulmer. Fulmer, 5 for 125 and 3 touchdowns.
2nd and 9 now for Frazier from their own 45. Again, working right to left as we describe it. 2 high backs, a wide out to each side as Seacrest takes the snap, hangs in the pocket. He's looking deep far side. Fulmer again. That should be defensive pass interference. It is, as contact was made there by California's Alan Dennis before the ball got to Chase Fulmer.
Yeah, and actually a pretty smart move there by Dennis, because I think Fulmer had him beat and would have been a touchdown anyway. So not a bad penalty there by Dennis.
Well, Nick's going to look for this week's First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County Super Play of the game. He's going to have a number to choose from. Might want to queue up a couple of highlights tonight on some of those long receptions that Fulmer's had. And even on the other side, you had Alan Dennis springing a 67-yard run for California. Now after that 15-yard pass interference penalty, Frazier with the football now at the California 40. Same formation, Seacrest under center, 2 eye backs, wide out to each side. Now Fulmer comes in motion out to the far side. It'll be Diamond getting the football on the run up the middle, and Diamond able to plow his way down for 5 down to the California 35 to bring up 2nd down and 5 with 9:22 left on a running clock here in the third quarter.
Well, and like we said, just Frazier just trying to run the clock down, take their time, maybe score another touchdown, which could be trouble for Cal, obviously. Down right now 21-6, 28-6 would make it even harder, but just trying to run the clock down and pick up a win.
Yeah, California hasn't exactly had a quick strike offense at times this season, but have gotten the job done when it's mattered most. And there's Diamond, another run, needed 5, got 4. It'll bring up 3rd down and short. Remember last week, though, California trailed Jefferson Morgan 14-12 at halftime, came back with a big second half and really rolled away from the Rockets in that third quarter for a 36-14 win.
Right, 24 straight points and shut out Jefferson Morgan in that second half, and they're looking to do it here against Frazier.
Commodores, though, a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1 from the California 31. 8:24 left here in a quick moving third quarter, and a QB sneak here for Seacrest, not taking any chances. And Seacrest will even pick up 3 there, Tony, on the search for another Frazier first down to the California 28. Again, the winner here today will take on either Bishop Canevin or Greensburg Central Catholic next week in the quarterfinals. We did not have a halftime score of that game for you. We'll try to pick it up as we progress here into the second half. And again, that game will be at a neutral site next week. Home games for the first round, but then moving to neutral sites here in the second round, unless you had a team that had a bye, but no byes here in Single A with 16 playoff qualifiers. Everybody playing here in the first round. 1st and 10 now from the California 28. Frazier, another long time consuming drive, and Seacrest looking to put it up, looking deep far side, pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Frazier's Brandon Meyer. The intended wide receiver again on the far side there for Frazier. That time was actually, Tony, Lincoln Dye.
Well, Dye has some pretty good numbers too, Brian. When you look at receiving-wise, he had 5 catches for 127 yards. He was averaging 25 yards a catch. So it's one of those things. When he gets a catch, it's big play territory for him.
2nd and 10 now from the California 28. Back to the ground again, and Diamond just a minimal gain. Give him 2 down to the 26. Bring up 3rd down and 8. They'll need close to the California 18 for a first down.
And again, just running the clock, keeping the ball in play. Just trying to wear this Cal defense down.
Expect the Commodores to probably go back to the air here on 3rd and long. Ball just shy of the California 26. Then he just shy of the 18 for a first down. Back with 2 high backs, a wide out to each side. Ball on the near hash. Mark Seacrest back under center. California showing blitz as Seacrest takes the snap. Roll out, far side. They're coming after him. Throw on the run is high and falls incomplete. They're going to say contact before the ball got there. It wasn't even really catchable. As you had Alan Dennis in coverage, making contact there with Fulmer. And it will be a pass interference penalty here against Dennis in California. And that's a killer, Tony.
That is a killer, and you're right, Brian. I'm not so sure that ball was catchable.
It wasn't.
No. I mean, Fulmer went up for it, but
need a ladder to bring it down.
Well, yeah. He was nowhere close. And even so, I'm not so sure that Dennis got there real early. But any way you look at it, it's going to be a first down for Frazier.
And that's usually one of those at many levels of football they generally let go on an overthrown pass like that. But the officials here making the call. And Frazier another first down now at the California 13. Trying to punch it up 21-6 with 6:59 left here in the third quarter. They'll go trips to the far side. And now Seacrest will go back under center. Diamond the lone back, and Diamond with the run. Diamond right up the middle, gets down inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play there for the senior running back, Derek Diamond. And again, Frazier came in. If you go back just about a month ago, Tony, most folks wouldn't have thought that Frazier would have even qualified for the WPIAL playoffs this year. Had the big win over Greensburg Central Catholic, which opened up the eyes of a lot of folks, and then had wins over the final 2 weeks of the regular season as well to solidify their playoff position. And here they are on the verge of an upset over 6-seeded California here at California High School with 6:25 left in the third quarter. Frazier up 21-6, trying to punch it in again.
Oh, and you're right, Brian. They got hot at the right time. And
2nd and 6. Back to Diamond again, right up the middle, breaking a couple of tackles, and Derek Diamond should have enough here for another Frazier first down inside the 4-yard line. They'll actually spot it here at the 3. Loudon brought him down for California, and it's a 1st and goal here for Frazier. They've taken, Tony, almost 6 minutes off the clock here in the third quarter. They got the football to start this third quarter. Go back to the opening coin toss. Frazier won the toss, and they deferred. They've taken advantage of it here to open up this third quarter.
This is the 11th play of the drive.
Loudon again under center. Just one wide out, double tights on the line. Alexson comes in motion, and a fumble. The ball was dropped there off the snap. I think the fullback Tyler Morrison got back on it. He did. With a big save there for Frazier. Morrison on the fumble recovery, keeping the drive alive. Goes as a loss of 1 on the play to bring up 2nd down and goal from the 4.
Well, more importantly, they kept possession, and you're right, Brian. That might have been a killer. Take all that time off the clock, drive it down.
That was just a center quarterback exchange issue there between Gus Lyon and Brady Seacrest. Now 2nd and goal from the California 4-yard line as we approach the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Seacrest back under center. Long count, takes the snap, goes back to Diamond, off tackle, right side. Diamond fighting for yards, stretching forward, and he's in with a late flag coming in again. So if that touchdown stands from Diamond, it'll increase the Frazier lead to 27-6 over California with 4:54 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, let's see what the call is, though. Haven't got a signal yet.
Now they're bringing on the extra point unit. So Frazier is thinking this is either a post-touchdown foul or against California.
Let's see. We still haven't gotten a signal.
Officials still talking about it. So a dead ball personal foul late hit against Braden Crockett against California, and they're going to enforce the penalty on the kickoff. So the 4-yard run stands for Derek Diamond, his first touchdown of the night, 17th touchdown of the season. And now Frazier sitting pretty up 27-6, and a bad snap coming back was dropped there by Seacrest, and the point after touchdown no good So the score remains Frazier 27, California 6. 4:54 left here in the third, and we're back in 60 on the C. Operatic Group High School Sports Night.
Hey, love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Perryopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture. I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Back here at California High School, the Frazier Commodores increasing their lead to 27-6 over the California Trojans with 4:54 left here in the third quarter. The latest score, a 4-yard run by Derek Diamond, capping off a 12-play, 66-yard drive, Tony, that took 7:06 off the clock.
And it's exactly what we talked about whenever they got the second half kickoff, Brian. We said if they can run a similar drive that they did the first one. So the first one was 7:03, this in 7:06, been both 12-play drives.
And this kickoff from the California 45 goes into the end zone for a touchback. But another team tonight, Tony, out of the Tri-County South, leading in the third quarter. How about this? Betworth up 10-9 over Jeanette in the third quarter.
Well, that is a surprise.
And Greensburg Central Catholic, a halftime lead over Bishop Canavan at 22-15.
Woo. Wow. Upsets left and right here.
So a lot of surprises tonight around the WPIAL. I mean, it could be a rematch between Frazier and Greensburg Central Catholic in the quarters next week. There's a fumble regained, it looked like, by California. They're going to pick up 5 on the run there. It looked like that was Eli Carpenter.
I think it was Carpenter. And good job to pick up that ball and get it back.
And again, California, if you're just joining us, without Malachi Peak, their star running back, injured on the first drive of the game, came out for the third quarter on crutches. So he is not going to return. And California down 3 touchdowns at 27-6 with 4:24 left here in the third quarter, just looking for something to get their offense going. And a little pass out to the far side, complete there to Alan Dennis from Logan Hartley. And Dennis should have enough here for a California first down. So he got across the 30, and they're going to rule him out at the 35-yard line. Gain of 10 to move the sticks here for California.
Yeah, nice job there by Dennis to fight for some more yards. Pick up the first down. That's only the second completion tonight so far for Hartley. Now 2 of 4 for 16 yards.
You're going to start seeing, I think, some quicker sequences here on the California side. Down 3 touchdowns here at home. Trying to find a way to get back into the game. And again, Frazier's had some long, time-consuming drives in this contest as well. And really, California's offense hasn't had the football that much in this game. They're heavy to the left side. Handoff going here to Landon Abercrombie. And Abercrombie hit at the line and driven back for no gain. It'll be second down and 10 here for California with 3:40 left here in the third quarter. Brian Morozak along with Tony Anula. Carl Chowns behind the camera on our YouTube live video feed tonight. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Our broadcast presented by PA State Representative Ryan Warner. Thanks to Ryan and all of the fine sponsors that made our broadcast possible tonight. Free over the air to you, both on the radio and on YouTube Live. Second and 10 now for California from their own 35. Now flags come in here at the snap again.
Maybe a false start.
It is. Yep. And California not making this any easier on themselves here, Tony.
10 penalties, 80 yards for Cal. Coach Woods cannot be too happy about that.
He'd expected some points here for California, even without Peak available right now to get a couple of answers here. We saw that right before halftime on the long 67-yard touchdown run from Alan Dennis, just trying to give the Trojans a little bit of life They're still down 21 now, facing a 2nd and 15 from their own 30 with 2:47 left here in the third quarter. And Hartley's going to put it up the lefty, rolling near side. That's going to be a tough throw, and he's not going to get a chance to make it as he gets 8 up there right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up a yard trying to come forward, but it was Derek Diamond that got to him first there, Tony.
Yeah, and you're right. He tried to roll to his right, which is extremely difficult. And Diamond just kind of keying on him the whole way, held him to a 1-yard gain. But good job by the Frazier secondary. Nobody was open. Hartley had no place to go.
It's now a big third down here for California. 3rd and 14, just shy of their own 32. They'll need to get across their 45 for a first down.
You're at the point now where you don't have a whole lot of clock left. I mean, they're almost at the point where they're almost going to have to go with it on 4th down.
I'm surprised they're even taking so long here. They had more of a hurry-up set before halftime. Now Hartley back under center. He's going to look to throw. Quick out near side high pass. Was it brought down? Yes, it was. Catch made there by Szymanski at the 43. It's still going to be short of the first down. About 2 yards short, so it'll be 4th and 2. You have to think here 4-down territory, down 3 scores. And the offense staying out on the field here for California. 4th and 2 from their own 43, needing the 45 for a first down.
Yeah, you really have no choice.
They break huddle with 2 I-backs. Wide outs each side. Traditional set here for California. Play fake, roll out far side. Hartley throws on the run. Pass was a little short.
Wow.
Coming back for it and making the catch at the Frazier 45-yard line was Aiden Keys.
Great catch by Keys, and really fortunate. Hartley had him wide open, almost underthrew that pass. But a good job by Keys to get his hand underneath it.
Now California stays alive. We're down to 1:29 left here in the third. They have the football now in Frazier territory.
12-yard pickup for a first down. Keeps the drive alive.
California breaks huddle. Ball on the far hash mark. Hartley back out of the shotgun. Tight set here. Coming in motion, Alan Dennis. He's going to get on the jet sweep, but in trouble. Dennis trying to get out of it. This is going to be a huge loss as Dennis stopped all the way back at the California 42. Loss of 13 on the play.
Yeah, just no place. I actually thought that Dennis might try to throw that ball.
And Dennis is hurt. He's hobbling off. And Dennis with that big 67-yard touchdown run late in the second quarter hobbled here. With Peak already on crutches. And now California facing a 2nd and 23 with 33 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Hartley losing a lot of weapons here offensively.
Yes. Hartley here back out of the shotgun. Landon Abercrombie now to his right. Trips to the left as Hartley takes the snap. Has some time. Airs it out. Deep far side. Man open. And the pass is incomplete. Szymanski was there. Had beaten all the Frazier defensive backs. But he could not hang on the diving effort.
Yeah, that ball was just a little bit underthrown. Szymanski, you're right, well behind the defensive secondary of Frazier, but Hartley just not enough air on the ball. Szymanski tried to make the catch, but it would have been tough.
They'll both want that one back. Now 3rd and long here for California. 3rd and 23. You have 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. This is a big gotta have it. You almost want to play here for, you know you're going to have a 4th down. Don't have to get it all here. Now Hartley under center. Play fake, rolls to the far side again. Hartley throws on the run and has a completion back close to the original line of scrimmage going there to Braden Crockett. Crockett able to get 12 yards. It'll be 4th and 11, but at least manageable as time expires after 3. So California will go the other way to start the 4th, but down 21 points. It's Frazier 26, Frazier 27, California 6. Start of the 4th quarter right after this. We're back at 60 on the CR Brada Group High School Sports Night.
Mark-On Building Supply has provided the tri-state area with ready-mix concrete and building supplies for decades. Pond Building Supply, your one-stop shop for all your home building and construction needs.
This is Dr. Frazier Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish our local football teams and fans the very best in 2025 and remind you that our board-certified gastroenterologists are always here to help you and your family with a wide variety of GI health issues. Lastly, please consider a screening colonoscopy. It's a 30-minute painless test that could save your life.
This will be the 10th play of this drive for the California Trojans. Trying to keep this drive and their season alive. 4th and 11 from the Frazier 46, down 21 points. Now California working right to left, Hartley under center. I don't think they were set for play yet.
Yeah, they blew it rather quickly. No movement, and I think you're right. I think that referees weren't ready to go.
Should put 12 minutes back on the clock. It's at 11:59 right now. They're going to reset it. You never know. That second could be valuable later on.
It's a redo.
It's a redo.
It's a redo.
Again, the line of scrimmage, the Frazier 46. California needs the Frazier 35 for a first down. Hartley now out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. They're coming after him. Hartley in trouble, and Hartley just trying to throw it while he was getting pulled down and unable to get it off. Actually did get it off, but unable to find a man. In pursuit there was Derek Diamond. And they're going to say the ball made it back to the line of scrimmage. Not intentional grounding, just an incomplete pass, but nonetheless it's going to be Frazier football again, Tony.
I was going to say that was pretty generous to get back to the line of scrimmage, but Hartley again running for his life, no place to go. Frazier's going to take over on their own 46.
Now if you're Frazier's offense, it's back to killing the clock. Mentioned that long time-consuming drive, a 7-minute, 12-play drive to start the third quarter, capped off by a Derek Diamond touchdown run. California there, Tony, had a 10-play drive, but end up stalling here at midfield, giving Frazier the football back, and the Commodores with two high backs, they go back to Diamond right up the middle, and Diamond able to keep those legs turning, picking up 3 to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Diamond now 23 carries, 85 yards, well below his season average, but doesn't matter. I'm sure he'll give anything to get the win.
We told you at last check, Greensburg Central Catholic was up over Bishop Canevin. Remember, Frazier already has a win this year over Greensburg Central Catholic. And that score holds up. It's a rematch between Frazier and GCC next week in the quarterfinals.
Well, that would be a huge upset against Bishop Canevin.
Double tights on the line. Back under center there is Seacrest. Another handoff up the middle. Don't expect Frazier to get too fancy with the football right now as Diamond another 3-yard run, maybe 4 there. It'll be 3rd down and 3 now from the California 47 with 10:55 left on a running clock here in the fourth quarter. And you start looking at the clock right now and how many possessions are California even going to have an opportunity to get back here, Tony? And again, they're not a quick strike team.
Well, they had one possession in that third quarter. Both teams only one offensive possession.
That's Seacrest under center here. 2 high backs, double tights on the line. Fulmer lone wide out off in the far side, and now he's in motion. Seacrest taking the snap. Back to Diamond again, keeping it simple for another Frazier first down. Down to the California 41, picking up 6.
And a nice little run right up the middle. Diamond picks up the first down, closing in on 100.
They're just going to keep on feeding him late.
Can you blame him?
No.
I mean, he's got 25 carries, 95 yards.
He's just going to keep on eating, too.
That's exactly right.
Game in at 6 foot, 220 pounds. He might be 225 at the end of the night.
Well, get some of those deep-fried Oreos after the game.
Yes, I know you had a couple of those. The food here at California is fantastic. Maybe the best in the WPIAL.
It's pretty good, I got to say. Great concession stand, and trust me, I didn't get this way by looking at it.
Yes. Seacrest, same formation. Pitch this time to Diamond on the far side, trying to turn the corner. This time he's going to lose 3. Back to the 44. It'll be 2nd and 13. Abercrombie, the first to get to him defensively. And again, I have to thank PA State Representative Ryan Warner and all the folks that made our broadcast possible here today. Really appreciate the community stepping up, Tony. It's not easy, even if we do get permission to get these WPIAL playoff games on the air on the video side, and a very, very hefty fee from the WPIAL as well. And appreciate the community stepping up, allowing us to bring you this game here on this Friday evening, Halloween night here at California High School. 2nd and 13 again for Seacrest and the Commodores, and Seacrest lined up like he was going to throw it, saw nothing, and just surges forward and gets 2 back down to the 42, so it'll be 3rd and 11. And even if you don't pick up a first down here, Tony, you're still in great shape. Clock's down to 8:47 left in regulation, and Frazier would still be up 21 points and 3 scores.
Yeah, again, I mean, you got to figure they're going to run at least 4 minutes off the clock and maybe 5, depending on what happens here. But, you know, just eating up the clock and really making it tough for Cal to even think about coming back.
Even seeing some Trojan Fairweather fans already making their way out already.
Well, it's cold, and they probably got leftover Halloween candy at home. So
3rd and 11. Seacrest back under center, wide out to each side. They got to support the team to the conclusion in a playoff game. Seacrest trying to set up the screen. Far side to Diamond. He's going to lose 3 back to the 45. So the punting unit will have to come out here for Frazier. But again, you have 7:57 left in regulation. And the Commodores are finding themselves up 21 points in this game.
Just take your time. As you mentioned, Brian, just let the clock run. They noticed that the play clocks aren't even on.
They must have had an issue there because they were on earlier.
Right.
So they're keeping those on the field right now. And the winner will take on either Greensburg Central Catholic or Bishop Canavan in the quarterfinals next Friday. Now, last check, Greensburg Central Catholic still up 22-15 on Canavan.
No time left in that contest. You can't really tell based on. Yeah.
And we're going to get a timeout taken here. So we'll take a timeout as well. 7:17 to play. 27-6 Frazier over California. We're back in 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Hey, y'all, this is John Maria, the Hillbilly, your Fayette County Recorder of Deeds. I just want to wish the Frazier Commodores the best of luck this Friday night as they take on California in the playoffs. You've worked hard all season, and now it's time to finish strong. Just like you, I believe in teamwork, accountability, and giving it all for Fayette County. Let's go, Frazier. Bring home that win, and let's keep fighting for a stronger, more responsible county government.
Paid for by John Marietta for We the People.
Back here at California High School, Frazier to punt here on 4th down. They took the clock all the way down before calling a timeout. Bentworth and Jeanette now tied at 17 end of the 3rd quarter. Jeanette had gone up 17-10 in that game before Bentworth scored, and Frazier keeping the offense on the field here on 4th and 13. They are. Seacrest going to put it back up. He's looking deep far side. Pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Was intended there for Lincoln Dye. So California will take over on downs with 7:12 left here in the 4th quarter. 27-6 Frazier. We're back in 30 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
So Tony Batalini, the Frazier Commodores, not even taking a risk there, Tony, with a punt. Going for it on 4th down. Incomplete pass gives California the football back. But California is about to lose 3. They will on that handoff that went to Alan Dennis. Dennis losing 3. He was limping earlier, and Dennis is down. Injury timeout brought to you by the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns on Wayland Smith Drive. Phone Jim at 724-437-7500. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, relief is closer than you think, so Dennis is down. We'll take a quick 30 here on WMBS.
Mauser's Tire Center has been serving the region for more than 50 years, offering new, used, and recap tires, as well as tire repair. Mauser's is located on Route 40 West at Seawrights Crossroads. Need new tires? Call Mauser's today at 724-245-2410 and let them get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, your trusted source for new and used tires for more than 5 decades. Wishing all area high school football teams a successful and healthy 2025 season.
So Dennis still down here for California. 7:01 left here in regulation. Frazier up 27-6. And how much does our colleague Steve Supertoni always mention that only bad things happen with a punt? Obviously, Tony Batalini and Soupsy and eye to eye there as Tony deciding just to go for it there on 4th down. Really no major damage done. It's good to see Alan Dennis now back up to his feet here on the California side, making his way off to the sidelines.
Is that, I'm trying to look, is that Dennis or is that, that is Dennis, number 2. Yeah. I thought for a minute there it was Carpenter, just the way that the
jersey was
crumbled in the middle there.
I hear you.
You got better eyes than me, Brian.
Now 2nd and 13 upcoming from the California 42. And the clock a factor right now, 7:01 left in regulation.
So in the last 3 carries for Dennis, he had that 67-yard touchdown run. Then so far in the second half, -13 and -3 on 2 carries.
I wonder if we'll see the field again. Screen complete here to Aiden Keys. Keys down the near sideline. Just got tripped up there late by Tyler Morrison. Will be enough for a California first down to the Frazier 40-yard line. Will go as a gain of 18. And now Frazier trying to have their defense step up while California tries to hit their stride here late. Trojans quickly to the line. Hartley under center. 2 high backs, a wide outs each side. Play fake. Hartley rolling near side. Throws on the run. Overthrown. Had both Crockett and Keys there. Went over their heads. Szymanski, who was downfield even behind them. The ball was short of Szymanski. It'll be 2nd and 10. We're down to 6:45 left in regulation.
Yeah, right now Hartley 6 for 11, 68 yards. And looking for some magic here late in this 4th quarter.
Trips to the far side, single coverage to the near side. They'll screen it out on that far side, and Keys with blockers out in front. Keys might break this one. Inside the 15, inside the 10, and Keys brought down to the 5-yard line. Gain of 35 there on the screen from Hartley to Keys.
Keys got some great speed, doesn't he?
Fulmer with a tackle there for Frazier defensively. 1st and goal now for California. And they're finding something here, Tony, on these little quick hitters going to Keys.
They sure are. Well, get it out there. He's got great speed, is right. And let him do his thing.
And a margin 21 in this game. 6:25 left in regulation. Split backs now behind Hartley. Hartley takes the snap. He's rolling near side now. Will lob it into the corner and too far there for Szymanski, the intended wide receiver. The 2nd and goal. The clock stops on the incomplete pass with 6:16 left in regulation. And they'll put it back down on the 5-yard line on the far hash mark. And Brian Morozak with Tony Hanola, Nick Barnchek back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Carl Childs behind the camera on our YouTube live video feed. Appreciate you joining us for WPIAL High School Football Playoff action. First round in single A. 11-seeded Frazier trying to pull the upset. And here's a little rollout near side. Pass complete into the end zone for a touchdown. That's Hartley to Landon Abercrombie from 5 yards out. And California not done yet. It's 27-12 with 6:11 left in the 4th quarter.
Nice little play there. Abercrombie just kind of hung behind everything, faked the block, and then just able to get out wide open in the flat and pick up the 5-yard touchdown.
9th passing touchdown of the season for Hartley. For Abercrombie, his 7th touchdown of the year. And again, California does not like to kick extra points. They have gone for 2 almost exclusively all season long. And they'll do it here again, down 15 to 27-12 with 6:11 left here in regulation, and Brandon Meyer is on as the Wildcat quarterback. He'll take the snap, roll far side. Meyer in trouble, trying to step up, and the 2-point conversion there from Meyer is going to be no good. So a 15-point game with 6:11 left here in the fourth quarter. Frazier 27, California 12. We're back at 60 on the C.R. Barato Group High School Sports Night.
Representative Ryan Warner, proud Frazier High School graduate, congratulates the Frazier Commodores football team on an incredible season and their trips to the playoffs. Your dedication, teamwork, spirit truly reflects the best of our community. To the players, coaches, families, congratulations on a fantastic season and best of luck as you enter the playoffs. Go Doors!
Hey, love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Perryopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture. I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Back here at California High School, the Trojans still with life, but Tony's warming up his vocals with a lead at 15 and only 6:11 left here in the fourth quarter. I understand you sang last week on the air, Tony. Is that correct?
I did.
Wow.
I made my debut.
That is dangerous.
I got gonged. It was like the gong show.
Were you in chorus growing up too?
No.
I know you were we found out you were a lifeguard a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you guys.
Were you in chorus too? I'm sure maybe dig up some other things. For this being an onside kick, we thought it might happen, but flags come in here.
I think
you might have had men in motion at the kick.
Either that or
they weren't set.
Maybe even an offside.
They're trying to surprise Frazier.
Okay. So -5.
A re-kick. Something you don't see every day. Illegal kicking formation.
Not sure I've ever heard of it.
Well, I think you can't be overloaded anymore. They must have ruled that was overloaded.
I guess.
To one side. They changed that because you used to everybody just come down to the one side, line up 10, and they all kind of crack back everybody going down the line. And Frazier with 10 men within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, or within 20 yards of the line of scrimmage, 10 yards on their side as close as they can line up as well. Yeah, a 15-point game. Frazier in the lead, 6:11 to play. California at least making it a two-possession game after that last Abercrombie touchdown. Try another quick kick here. That ball's still loose, and I think on the backside, Fulmer able to recover it there for Frazier, but California actually got that ball through the first line there on the onside kick, but Frazier able to hop on it. And now you have California still with 3 timeouts remaining, 6:07 left in regulation, but again, they're down 15 points. Latest score, Hartley to Abercrombie on the 5-yard touchdown pass, capped off a 7-play, 55-yard drive, just took 1:01 off the clock.
I just can't believe that ball got that far out on that onside kick.
I agree.
I mean, I don't know how it wasn't touched. I actually thought Frazier was going to fall it on about the 39-yard line, but they never did.
Jeanette, a couple of quick touchdowns now, up 31-17 on Bentworth with 9:40 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Diamond just coming across and sliding down. He didn't want the first down there. Wanted to kill a little more clock. He picked up 6, maybe 7. They're just going to give him 6 here up to the 44 since he slid, kind of like you see quarterbacks do. And they'll keep the clock rolling a little bit.
Smart play, though.
As long as you're confident you can pick up another first down, which they've been able to do so again.
They've got 13 on the night.
And just what a turnaround. The introduction of a new head coach, somebody that's had a lot of experience, and the kids believe in it. And that's something that's big, too, that we've seen a lot of over the years. The kids believe in the coach. You'll have success on the field, and they're certainly loving what they've been seeing here this year under Tony Batalini. And a 1-yard run there up the middle. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Well, that 1-yard run is going to put Diamond at 100 unofficially on my count.
Yeah, I didn't like the slide, though, Tony. I still would have rather had the first down in this juncture of the game.
Right.
It's not like it's late and you're going to give the football back. I mean, you can get down to the 35 and then slide. At least you have your new set of downs for your team. Now you're facing a 3rd and 3, and you have to convert here. But Frazier would likely, again, go for it, 4-down territory. I don't think they're punting at this juncture of the game.
No.
2 I-backs, twin receivers to the far side. 3rd and 3 now from the California 43. And California's going to give Frazier a free first down here. Jumping off sides, coming across the line there, Colton Loudon.
Yeah, just nice inflection there by Seacrest. Is going to pick up another first down.
That should kill the clock and also get a lot of these fans out of their seats a little bit quicker here on the California side.
Well, that's tough, though. Again, first down, and clock's going to still run.
And you look at a lot of the turning points in this game. Certainly that opening drive for California, losing Malachi Peak with that injury. You kind of have a whole game plan coming in that's focused around one guy, and then that guy goes down on the first drive of the game. Kind of changes everything you do the rest of the way.
Right.
1st and 10 now for the California 38. Back to Diamond again, and Diamond another big surge here for Frazier, taking it down to the 32-yard line. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. And again, we'll have the winner of this game against either Greensburg Central Catholic or Bishop Canevin for you next Friday night, at least on the radio. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show an hour before kickoff, likely at 6. And again, if we can get video rights to that game, we will, but we do not have the first right of refusal by any means. If other parties that want to put the game behind pay-per-view pass, then we have an opportunity to pick it up. We're going to have to thank State Representative Ryan Warner, all of our great sponsors that you've been able to see on your video side today on the top corners of the screen for making this broadcast possible, along with all of our regular radio sponsors as well this season. Surge up the middle there from Seacrest. Able to get down close to a first down. Down to the 30. It'll be 3rd down and 1. With 3:20 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll get a timeout taken by California. So take it as well. 27-12, Frazier over California. We're back in 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your outdoor area with a new fence from All Around Fence Company. Conveniently located at 7896 National Pike, Uniontown. All Around Fence has been installing quality residential, commercial, and farm fencing for more than 45 years. Offering residential fencing including chain link, decorative aluminum, steel, and more, All Around Fence has the fence for you. All Around Fence is also your one-stop shop for nutrient products and also carries livestock, equine, and pet supplies. So if you need to upgrade an existing fence, add a new gate, or are considering the installation of an all-new fence, All Around Fence has the answers you need. Visit them Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 to 1. Or give them a call at 724-439-0331. To learn more, visit allaroundfence.com.
Back here, California High School after the Trojans timeout. Frazier with a 3rd and 2 from the California 30. It's Diamond again, getting tripped up, trying to lean forward. I think he's about a half yard short there, Tony, of a first down.
Yeah, they just nice undercut tackle there, and California's going to call another timeout.
So we'll step aside for a quick 30. It'll be 4th and short upcoming for Frazier. 3:10 left in the fourth quarter, still a 2-possession game. Frazier up 27-12. California with 1 timeout left. And we come back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Hello. My name is James Santilli, and I'm asking for your vote this November for Fayette County Recorder of Deeds. As a lifelong county resident, it would be an honor to represent you. I have lived my life, both personally and professionally, treating others how I would want to be treated, always with the foundation of good faith, recognizing we all have so much in common. I am seeking a political position, but it should be an apolitical office. That's my promise. I hope you will consider voting for me this November.
Paid for by the candidate.
So, Tony, this game not done yet, but certainly a huge 4th down upcoming here. If California can get it stopped defensively, throw the football back down 15 with 3:10 to play with 1 timeout left. But if Frazier gets a first down here, California, again with only 1 timeout left, Frazier an opportunity probably to run another 2 minutes or so off the clock.
Yeah, I was going to say this is huge and mandatory for Cal to stop him.
Frazier coming to the line quickly here with Seacrest under center. 2 I-backs, double tights on the line. It's Diamond with the football, and Diamond has another Frazier first down inside the 25-yard line down to the 24. 3:06 to play. We'll see if California takes another timeout here, just lets it run. No, they're going to let it run. Clock stop momentarily there for a first down. You can start warming up your vocals now, Tony.
Yeah. I don't know if I can do it 2 weeks in a row.
All right. Yeah, now you teased us, and
What do you want me to sing?
it's totally up to you. I'm not going to force you to do anything.
You already did.
First and 10 now for Frazier from the California 24. Well, on the far hash mark, Frazier on their way to picking up their first playoff win since they knocked off Shenango in the 2015 quarterfinals. And get upended in the semis that year by the Clinton Bears. And Diamond getting another carry, and Diamond bouncing it out on the far side, maybe getting a yard. How many carries is that now for Diamond tonight on the Frazier side?
Right now he's got 32 carries for 112 yards.
And we're going to get, I think, our last timeout taken here by California. We will. So we'll step aside for a 60. 2:16 to play. 27-12 Frazier. We're back in 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Since 1930, Gene and Boots Candies has been a Western Pennsylvania tradition. Enjoy hand-dipped chocolates made from the finest ingredients, fresh roasted nuts, and our delicious homemade ice cream. Visit GeneandBoots.com or find them on Facebook to explore their full selection. And remember, they ship gift orders anywhere. Open daily till 9 p.m. You'll find them on Route 51 in Perryopolis, Charleroi, and Greensburg. Gene and Boots Candies, a local favorite that's always a treat. Literally. Good luck, Commodores, from your friends at Gene and Boots.
Back here at California High School, Trojans now out of timeouts. Frazier facing a 2nd and 10 from the California 24-yard line with Seacrest back under center and Diamond getting the football for the 33rd time in this game and will lose a yard here. And Tony, it's interesting. Diamond's had some huge carry games, carried the ball 39 times for 239 yards and a 28-21 win over Brentwood back on September the 26th. Also had a 5-touchdown game against Riverview when he had 37 carries for 286 and carried the ball 38 times for 221 against Greensburg Central Catholic 2 weeks ago on October 17th.
Yeah, now 33 here tonight. So we said he's the workhorse, and there's no doubt about it. Well under his average yardage. I mean, only 111 yards, but doesn't really matter at this point of the game.
They turned off the play clocks. The play clock's now just being kept by the officials on the field. Game clock down to 1:35. It's 3rd and 12 now for Frazier as they quickly come to the line. Seacrest, and they let it go too far. Delay of game here against Frazier. And that's tough when you don't have the clocks on the field. The officials still warn them when they get down to 5 seconds, but still sometimes tough to execute in those situations.
Every bit of, and that's kind of the last thing you wanted to do is stop the clock, but regardless, Frazier still with a 3rd down, so they still have a chance. California with no timeouts to go.
You have 1:28 left, and you figure realistically you run the ball here. California might get the football back with 40 seconds or so left. But they would need 2 scores in that situation, too, and have to get an onside kick in the process. Diamond on the pitch here. He'll be stopped a yard behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down here for Frazier. Well, they haven't punted yet in this game.
Well, no, here's the thing. You just run it and take a knee.
Well, the clock will stop, though, after the next snap on the change of possession.
No, I understand that, but, I mean, you're at the point now where when the referee says you got 5 seconds to go, even if you let it go.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt anything. You lose another 5 yards. It's not the end of the world.
Doesn't matter.
You have a 15-point lead. We're under a minute now left, down to 55 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Football at the California 32. Frazier would need the 15 for a first down, so it's 4th and 17. Wait for the official here to give the 5-second call. Game clock down to 42 now. They still haven't signaled 5 seconds. And now I think they're just going to signal delay a game. Or
I think they called timeout, yeah.
So Frazier will take a timeout. 35 seconds left. 27-12. Frazier back in 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Your heat on the fritz? Your AC stopped working? Your pipes backed up? Did your lights go out? Well, for all your heating, air conditioning, electric, and plumbing emergencies, CHIPS Residential Services is here for you. Located right in Uniontown and offering 24-hour emergency service, let the experts at CHIPS help you through all your emergency needs, as well as installation and regular service. Call 724-366-8046 to get the help you need today. Your hometown team of technicians, CHIPS Residential Services.
Back here at California High School, now 4th down for Frazier. 4th and 17, 38 seconds left. Seacrest under center. He'll take the snap, and he's going to get sacked back at the 39-yard line. Took a pretty good shot. It was Carter Frank on the initial sack. He got finished off pretty good on the backside. So California will get the football back. 33.6 seconds left, but they're down 15 with no timeouts left.
Yeah, not much you can do here.
Aliquippa win tonight over Trinity. So the Hillers, who had a home game, lose to Aliquippa. And Aliquippa, another team, Tony, always seem ready to go in the WPIAL playoffs.
Yeah, just ring the bell and they're ready to get started. There's no doubt about it.
So the Quips advanced to the WPIAL semis in 4A, and just 8 teams made the playoffs in that classification. And California going back to work here with Logan Hartley needing a miracle here late. 4 wideouts in the game. Hartley a little pump fake, looking to air it out. Flag on the play, and Hartley going to get swung down and sacked back at the 30-yard line. On the sack there for Frazier is Marty Diamond. We'll check the flag. 28 seconds left in this game.
Well, they're going to call a hold on California. They're going to decline it, so an 8-yard loss for Hartley.
That ball will start at the whistle. And California's trying to get up to the line here as quickly as possible. It'll be second and about 17. Clock rolling now, and Hartley just coming off the near sidelines after getting the play. It's down to 20 seconds. Like, you got to break huddle here, Tony.
Yeah.
Now they'll come to the line. And Hartley with Braden Crockett to his right now. Flags coming here again with 10 seconds left.
False start.
Illegal substitution against California.
13 penalties, 95 yards against Cal.
I mean, realistically, you should have everybody up at the line there. They're going to run the clock down. They're still not even at the line ready to go. Still have guys running off. They're not even going to get a playoff. And for the first time in 10 years, the Frazier Commodores, surprise, surprise, a WPIAL first-round playoff win over California tonight. The doors are back, 27-12 over the California Trojans.
And you got to say that Cal had a great season is right. Tough for Malachi Peak to end his career like this. I'm sure he's really upset not being able to play tonight, and you can see why. But great job by Frazier. I mean, they came in ready to play, and the game plan was well thought out, and a couple nice drives, both of them eating up 7 minutes apiece and 12 plays. So give Coach Batalini a lot of credit. They were ready to go.
We'll see Frazier next week in the quarterfinal round. Your final score tonight from California High School. The Frazier Commodores 27. The California Trojans 12. And we're back to tell you all about it right after this here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
I've been thinking about switching primary care providers. It takes forever to get an appointment, and when I finally get in, the staff acts like they don't even care that I'm there.
That's so frustrating. You deserve a provider who listens, values your time, and truly cares about your health.
That's exactly what I need. Someone who sees me as a person, not just another name on a chart.
Then you should check out Montgomery Medical. They treat you like family, offer personalized care, and even have same-day appointments.
At Montgomery Medical, your health is our priority. Call 724-569-8100 Montgomery Medical. A family tradition of family medicine.
You need help with a legal matter? Call the law office of Lisa J. Boudet. With over 30 years' experience, Attorney Boudet specializes in helping people just like you in matters of personal injury, workers' compensation, Social Security disability, as well as deeds, wills, estates, and power of attorney with a free initial consultation. For more information, call 724-938-1355 or visit BoudetLaw.com. Attorney Lisa J. Boudet with an office at 304 3rd Street in California, helping people just like you.
Looking to upgrade your home with new windows or doors? Windows, Doors, and More, 2084 Morgantown Road. Voted best in Fayette to buy windows, has you covered. Family owned and operated for over 27 years, Windows, Doors, and More has the knowledge, 75 years combined experience, and over 1,000 windows and 150 doors in stock. They have what you need for your mobile, modular, or residential home. Need something unique? They'll special order windows and doors any way you like. For more information, call 724-430-7470. Windows, Doors, and More.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Do you have a job around the house that you just aren't sure how to tackle? Then it's time to call Fulham's Full Service, your best in Fayette gold medal winner for professional maintenance and handyman. Fully licensed and insured, owner Cody Fulham does it all, from home renovations and repairs to landscaping and auto detailing. Needless to say, he's ready to help you. Call Fulham's today at 724-466-4194 and follow them on Facebook to learn more about their projects and the work they can do for you. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
27-12, your final score here tonight. The Frazier Commodores, the number 11 seed, upsetting the 6th-seeded California Trojans. First win for Frazier since 2015 in the WPIAL playoffs. We'll start our post-game show by taking a look at our scoring summary. Nick Barczyk can let us know along the way which plays he has as our first Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game. The opening score for Frazier, Brady Seacrest to Chase Fulmer, a 6-yard touchdown pass. Derek Diamond adding the 2-point conversion run. It was a 12-play, 70-yard drive that took 7:03 off the clock. That was Frazier's opening drive of the game after California had the football for the opening 3 minutes. And then the Doors opening it up even more with Seacrest to Fulmer on a 33-yard touchdown pass. That score occurring at the 4:54 mark of the second quarter. Just a 4-play, 47-yard drive. Extra point from Searcy made it 15-0. And this will be our first Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game. Seacrest to Fulmer again. This was a 65-yard touchdown pass with just a couple of minutes left in the second quarter. I think the 1:21 mark of the second quarter this score occurred. Seacrest to Fulmer, 65-yard TD pass. This is our first Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game.
Now, second and a long 9 here for Frazier with 2:14 left before halftime for their own 35. Putting it up here is Seacrest. Deep pass, another run. It's Fulmer. He's going to beat everyone, Tony, into the end zone for another Frazier touchdown. His third of the game.
How big were those hookups all night, Tony? Seacrest to Fulmer, 3 in the first half going for scores.
Well, that's what we said. 3 consecutive catches for Fulmer resulted in touchdowns, and 3 out of 4 throws for Seacrest were touchdowns. So it's one of those things. You talk about quick strike, 6 yards, 33 yards, and 65 yards. So really quick strike, and Fulmer did a great job offensively.
And Alan Dennis had a huge run right before halftime, a 67-yard touchdown run for California. It's really at that point kept them in the game, made it 21-6 going to the locker room. 2-point conversion was no good, but then Frazier, who won the opening coin toss and deferred to get the football first in the third quarter, took over 7 minutes off the clock again. A 12-play drive capped off on a Derek Diamond 4-yard touchdown run, put the Doors back up 3 scores and 21 points, and that was at the 4:54 mark of the third. Hartley added a late touchdown pass to Abercrombie on the California side at the 6:11 mark of the fourth, but that was going to be it for the scoring, and 27-12 ends up being your final, Tony. Frazier over California. And you have our final stats brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, now located in the Health First Medical Center, building out Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville near the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
All right, thanks, Brian. Let's go over the Frazier Commodores stats first. For Brady Seacrest, he was 7 for 11 passing, 137 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, as mentioned, all 3 going to Fulmer. He did throw 1 interception in that first half. Fulmer's numbers: 5 catches, 125 yards, 3 touchdowns, and again we mentioned 6 yards, 33, and 65. Chris Petruska had a catch for 15 yards, and Derek Diamond had 1 catch for -3. On the rushing end, Derek Diamond, 34 carries, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. That was on a 4-yard run in the third quarter. Brady Seacrest had 7 carries for 10 yards, and Tyler Morrison, 1 carry for -1. Frazier ran 53 offensive plays. They had 119 yards rushing, 137 yards passing, 256 total yards. They did have 8 penalties for 80 yards. They had 15 first downs and 1 turnover. That was on the Seacrest interception. For the California Trojans tonight, Logan Hartley was 8 completions in 14 attempts for 108 yards. He did have 1 touchdown. That was a 5-yard touchdown pass to Landon Abercrombie. And Hartley did throw 1 interception. Receiving-wise, Cal was led by Aiden Keys, who had 3 catches for 62 yards. He was followed by Chase Szymanski, who had 1 catch for 13. Braden Crockett had 1 catch for 12. Alan Dennis, 1 catch for 10. Elijah Carpenter, 1 catch for 6. And Landon Abercrombie, as we mentioned, 1 catch for 5 yards and the touchdown. On the rushing end, Cal was led by Alan Dennis, who had 5 carries for 69 yards, and that 67-yard touchdown run. Malachi Peak, only 2 carries for 3 yards before being injured on that first series of downs for Cal. Eli Carpenter had 1 carry for 5. Aiden Keys, 1 carry for 5. Logan Hartley, 6 carries for -20. Landon Abercrombie, 4 for 7. Braden Crockett, 1 carry for 2 yards. And Brandon Meyer, 1 carry for 1 yard. California ran 35 offensive plays. They had 72 yards rushing, 108 yards passing, 180 yards of total offense. They had 13 penalties for 95 yards, 7 first downs, and they only had 1 turnover as well, and that was a Logan Hartley interception.
And still no update as far as the final score on Greensburg Central Catholic Bishop Canavan. A lot of folks looking online for it, but I don't see anything definitive yet. Again, the winner, Frazier here, will take on the winner of that contest as well next Friday night in the quarterfinals. So Frazier, their first playoff win since 2015 tonight over California, 27-12. We're back to wrap things up from California High School in just a moment.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for borrowing our special pay at 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
For 84 years, Perry Drug Store has been family-owned and proud to serve the Perryopolis area. Recently voted one of the best in Fayette County, they're your trusted hometown pharmacy, offering expert prescription service, home health care, beauty, and over-the-counter needs. And they accept all insurances. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. Perry Drug Store puts your health first. Flu shots, vaccines, and all boosters available. Call 724-736-4422 or stop by on Independence Street in Perryopolis. Perry Drug Store, wishing the Frazier Commodores the best of luck in the playoffs.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Family owned and operated for 62 years and providing quality, reliable service, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. So bring your vehicle over to Silva. Call 724-437-2351. Now Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check their website at targetsafetysolutionsllc.com. Ted Silva is proud to support local high school sports.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
Wrapping things up tonight at California High School, where the Frazier Commodores have knocked off the California Trojans by a score of 27-12. We now know that Frazier will take on Bishop Canevin next week. Canevin had a rally for a 50-35 win over Greensburg Central Catholic tonight. The Crusaders advancing to the quarterfinals behind DeMar Olds' 161 yards and 5 touchdowns in that game. Mayante Mott had 182 yards on the ground and also scored a separate touchdown for Bishop Canevin. So it'll be Frazier and Bishop Canevin. We had those two teams, Tony, to start the 2021 season back at Dormont High School here on WMBS going back 4 years ago.
Well, hopefully we don't have a monsoon like we did that day, that's for sure. I mean, and hopefully we have better results.
Yeah, it'll be at a neutral site, too.
Well, yeah, but hopefully we have better results, because that was a game where Frazier was down, 28-0?
I think it was 21-0 at halftime, and Bishop Canevin had like 5 touchdowns called back.
Yeah, it was one of those things. It was kind of ugly. But, yeah, you know what? You got to give a lot of credit to Frazier here tonight. They did a great job, great game plan, ate up clock, did exactly what they wanted to do, kept the Cal defense on the field. Like I said, you feel bad for Cal, especially for Malachi Peak. Wanted to see him play, and I think it would have been a little bit different game. You know, I think Cal might have been able to eat up a little bit more clock offensively, and it really changed their game plan. But you got to give Frazier credit. Their defense played well, and offensively, I mean, you look at Chase Fulmer and Seacrest. I mean, they did a fantastic job. And congratulations to Frazier, and we'll see him next week.
Yeah, Tony Batalini has these kids hot right now for Frazier. They're believing, and for the first time in 10 years, Frazier is a playoff winner, knocking off California tonight 27-12. Again, I have to thank all of our sponsors, including PA State Representative Ryan Warner, for getting this game on the air for us tonight. Appreciate everybody watching or listening this evening as well. Special shout-out to the mayor of Uniontown, Bill Gerke. He had us on as well tonight, Tony, and we enjoyed bringing the folks all the action. The Frazier Commodores, a 27-12 win over the California Trojans. My broadcast partner, Tony Hanula, Carl Chowds behind the camera on our YouTube live video feed. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Stay tuned. The Triple Live Scoreboard Show with Don Rebel on the way next. Again, your final score, Frazier 27, California 12. Congratulations to the Frazier Commodores. So, everybody.
Ready to up.